Catherine? What are you doing here? Catherine, call the police. Now get out of this office.
I apologize for bringing Arthur. I admit he's something of a cliche, but I wanted to be sure we would have our little talk.
We've already had our talk, Poole. The answer is still no. Now get out.
I don't understand people like you, Lanier. I offer you a bona fide partnership. And you don't just turn me down, you treat me like some sort of pariah. That's not sociable. What do you think, Arthur? Sit down, Catherine. I regret the use of violence, but on occasion it does serve as an attention getter.
You don't scare me, Poole.
Arthur, I still don't have his complete attention. I'm a reasonable man, Lanier. I believe in talking things out.
Oh, go ahead. Maybe he'll miss.
Get your hands off me.
Oh, I forgot. The notorious Mr. Poole is now a legitimate businessman and doesn't have a gun. Help him up.
Now, wait a minute, McMillan. You're not going to try and make something out of this, are you?
I said help him up. Oh. It's like the old days, isn't it? Thought you'd just give him a working over yourself, wouldn't you? It's going to cost you.
You've been trying to get me for years, McMillan. You've still got nothing. Mr. Lanier and I were having a business meeting. He slipped and fell. That's all there is to it.
Not this time. Mr. Lanier told us about your first meeting. That's why we're here. Now, if I remember my law books, when assault and battery is accompanied by terrorization of another innocent party, the charge becomes assault and battery plus false imprisonment. And that, Mr. Poole, is good from 1 to 10. Read him his rights.
Mr. Poole, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say...
Too much?
Is that a question or a statement of fact?
Too much. All right, Mildred, are you ready? Too sophisticated?
Not if you're meeting a Frenchman for a secret rendezvous, but for meeting a Frenchman at an airport and his wife, who is supposed to be stunning.
Yes.
And rich.
1 out of 2 ain't bad. What am I gonna wear?
Oh.
I'm stumped.
Listen, I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, Jacques Arnaud is just another cop, only with a French accent.
He's a dear friend of Max. He just married Maggie Sinclair. You know who she is. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I want to look my best.
Well, what about this charming ensemble?
Mildred. C'est fantastique. C'est pas trop simple. C'est pas trop sophistiqué. C'est absolument parfait.
You Josh.
C'est parfait.
Oh, and don't worry about the rest of this stuff. I have the whole weekend to put it away.
Oh, I gotta call Mac. I don't think he knows we've only got an hour to get to the airport.
Well, I wish we could pin him with a lot more, Mac, but at least we've got something.
I wouldn't count on the secretary, though. She's scared out of her wits, but I think Lanier will hold up. Certainly got enough protection around him.
Yeah, well, you're the key, Mac. Now, Lanier's going to testify because the commissioner of police is going to testify.
Excuse me. Yes? Oh, tell her I can't right now. I'm right in the middle of it. Well, it's always important. All right, I'll take it. Yes, Sally, I know what time it is. Yes, Sally, I know he's my friend. Yes, I'm leaving in a few minutes. What? Oh, well, that sounds like a wonderful outfit. Right, I'll meet you at the airport. Goodbye.
Sounds like you've got an appointment. And so do I. Look, we can touch base on this later in the week, Mac.
Thanks for the visit, Frank. And this time we're going to nail Poole.
Bye, sir. Commissioner, I'm worried. I think I should tell you that there's a rumor out on the streets that Poole has a contract out on you.
I think it's true.
Well, I certainly wouldn't underestimate Mr. Poole, sir.
I better get going.
You know, it was just about a year ago that Inspector Arnaud was here, wasn't it?
International Police Conference.
Well, give him my regards, would you?
Shall I also convey that sneaky little look?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about the inspector getting married. Didn't he say last year that he was going to stay a bachelor no matter what?
Sure, he said it. I think he believed it.
I think I'll walk with you.
Hey, Sergeant, you got a minute?
See you later, sir. Sir, those rumors are right on the button. Raymond Poole is not wasting any
Doesn't
time.
have to be. Poole could have been anybody else.
Oh, you mean someone's going to take a shot figuring that Poole will get the blame?
Could be. Either this guy's a lousy shot or he's deliberately trying to miss me.
Well, maybe Poole was only trying to scare you.
His usual tactic is around a diamond time, isn't it?
But if he wants to do more than scare you, sir, the airport's going to be a very good place to try again.
If I go to the airport, Poole may try to kill me. But if I don't go to the airport, my wife definitely will. Where do you think you're going?
To the airport?
All right. But on one condition. Not a word to Sally.
Commissioner, I promise you, Mrs. McMillan won't even see me.
You're late.
Where are they? Where's that one?
Unless I missed them and they're wandering around somewhere, which is very possible. I don't remember Jacques all that well.
You'd have recognized Maggie.
Because she starts traffic when she gets off the plane.
You know how it is. Beautiful women always go for cops.
I think I like that.
Hey! You, Sally. Mac, Sally, may I present my wife?
How do you do?
That word still sounds strange to my tongue.
Maggie, Sally.
Mag. You know, I think we have the beginnings of a vaudeville team.
But of course. Well, what do you really think of this strange mixture?
Terrific.
Vin ordinaire, le champagne.
Oh, no. Well, what the inspector very gallantly neglects to tell you is that I shamelessly pursued him, didn't want to have anything to do with me. And you know why? Because I'm the vin ordinaire in this marriage.
We have the same setup.
Oh? We do?
Where's your luggage?
Ah, the porte à gate there. It is good to see you again.
And you, Jacques. Oh, tout va bien.
Tout va très bien. But that's good. That's good. Except one thing. There remains the task of facing my new father-in-law.
Don't tell me he still doesn't know you're married.
Oh, he knows it all right. The question is, will he get over it?
Apparently, Monsieur Sinclair does not take kindly to a fait accompli.
Well, that's why he's not here. Yes, Justin R. Sinclair, renowned industrialist, confidant to presidents, diplomatic representative to nations large and small, is home pouting. But don't worry, I will have him purring like a kitten by sundown. And, oh, he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to give us a really super party on Saturday night, and you will please come. Yes, you're on. Good.
Ah, good. Eh, Potter! But
Why is he following us?
Who?
Sergeant Enright. I spotted him before, sort of flitting around, hiding behind things. Why is he acting so funny?
Well, he's just checking on something. I wouldn't pay any attention to him.
Oh, that's all it is. Thought maybe he had a problem or something.
Well, there's just one. Keeping out of sight.
Mildred, why now?
Woman's work is never done, Commish. Lift your foot. Now the other one.
At the same time?
Oh, please.
Mac, is Justin Sinclair as rich as everybody says he is?
Richer.
Thank you, Mildred.
Here, I'll fix that. Wonder how he and Jacques are getting along.
He called me yesterday. Apparently, Sinclair's come up with a couple of suggestions.
Like what?
For example, tonight's party will be an opportune time for Jacques and Maggie to announce their annulment.
What else?
Plus a trial separation of 5 years. Come on, we're late.
Don't leave on my account.
We won't. Mildred, enrich my store of knowledge. Why are you vacuuming at night?
I always do my work when the spirit moves me. All creative people are like that.
Yeah.
Have a nice night, Mildred.
Oh, it's going to be sensational. I have 4 more rooms to create.
How was your day today?
Oh, the usual. You know, I met Sinclair a couple of times. Seems like a stubborn old bird. I'll bet Maggie's got him wrapped around her little finger. You know, it's really odd, two people like that. Jack and Maggie pairing off. French cop, jet-set heiress.
Man.
I've always heard that Maggie was rich and spoiled, but you know what? I think she was lost until she met Jack.
Mac.
On the other hand, Jacques probably was living in a vacuum.
Mac.
Huh?
I know.
Well, what?
You don't have to throw the paper in the back seat. I know someone tried to kill you.
Oh, that.
Oh, that. How can you act so casual?
He was only trying to scare me.
You know, I wish you were in a safer line of business like tax law.
Raymond Poole is not entirely stupid. Anything that happens to me would end up in his head, and he knows it.
Now, how do you know that he is as logical as you are? He could end up in prison, and I could end up in basic black.
Sally, Raymond Poole is extremely logical. Take my word for it.
I ought to have my head examined. How did this thing turn into a celebration?
You're always look sweet.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Mm-hmm. So's a shark.
Well, let's get back to the problem. Jacques, this business of yours,
Justin.
where does it go?
Justin, you promised to give Jacques the night off.
I never claimed to keep all my promises, particularly where a man's future is at stake. Now, here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. 2 exalted cops on top of the heap, and between you, you don't make as much money as a tongue-tied insurance agent.
That is exquisitely subtle.
I think, sir, you're underestimating the graft.
Well, all I'm really trying to do is to point out that Jacques has a few responsibilities now. He cannot play Sherlock Holmes and be married to Maggie Sinclair at the same time.
So far, so good.
All right, I'll put it another way. I am 73 years old, and maybe I'll get to be 74, but the doctors aren't all that
Daddy,
sure.
I really wish you wouldn't talk like that.
I am talking like that because there are times when these things need talking about. Eileen here has been running Sinclair International for the past 6 or 7 years, and doing a damn fine job. Now, you and Eileen get along very well. You always have. Now, when I go, my share of the company is going to be put in your lap. That way, I'll know that Eileen is going to stay right where she is, keeping Sinclair on an even keel.
Daddy, do we have to talk about that now? Besides, what about Sharon?
Oh, your sister's well taken care of. You don't have to worry about her. Anyway, I've already told her about this. Now, and as for you, I hate to say it because I still don't approve of this marriage, but you have a pretty good head on your shoulders. Sinclair International can use you. At least that's what Eileen thinks.
Oh, very much so, John. No less than the ambassador, no matter how unappetizing he makes himself.
Merci. You flatter me, Ambassador. But as you yourself have pointed out more than once, I'm a pretty old dog set in his ways. I like being a policeman.
Well, it's long been said that money is power. And power certainly is the way of this world. I think you'll change your mind.
I think we ought to toast to the new majority stockholder of Sinclair International.
And to the next tycoon.
No way.
Thought you weren't going to let it bother you.
Well, it does bother me. Any way you put it, it's a slap in my face.
Sharon, it's your father's stock, and that makes it his decision. Look, you can't really blame him. He's not a well man. He's looking for continuity. Maggie and Eileen are close. And with Eileen running Sinclair International, he's got that continuity.
Well, I'd get rid of her in 2 seconds flat. She was nothing when my mother died. It was merely a girl's Friday. Now, Maggie may have been young enough to be fooled by that ingratiating substitute mother act of hers, but not me. She never fooled me. And she's got the bottom line, that Miss Eileen Cole. She's got complete control of Sinclair International.
Don't you think that's a pretty insupportable statement? Eileen's had 25 years to work on the ambassador, but he's still leaving his stock to Maggie.
Well, of course, darling, obviously. He and Maggie have just always had that very special rapport. And what do you think is going to happen when my father does die? Eileen Cole is going to play her just like a violin.
You really do have a flair for the dramatic, Sharon. You see plots and intrigues everywhere. Anyway, what difference does it really make? After all, I'm legal counsel to Sinclair International.
You're only one of 50 of them, darling.
And you've got enough money for 2 lifetimes. Why don't you sit back and enjoy the one you've got?
Confessions of a boneless man? Oh, you don't know what it's like to fight for anything.
Oh, yes, I do. I am fighting to keep you.
Well, you're losing.
Tasted these spinach puffs?
No.
Oh, they're so good. They're so many little creamy things. I'm going to gain 20 pounds.
Why don't I get you a valise?
That reminds me, I had the most fantastic idea. Why don't we go visit them over Christmas?
Who?
Jacques and Maggie. Who else?
They live in Paris.
I know they live in Paris. That's the whole idea. Christmas in Paris. What an inspiration.
And it just came to you.
Well, we would have a free place to stay.
In other words, having extracted an invitation from Maggie, you have launched your campaign.
You might say that.
Mrs. McMillan, would you do me the honor?
I'd be delighted. Guard this with your life.
Oh, look at that.
Commissioner, you know him pretty well, don't you?
Yes, sir, and if you really want to know, he is corrupt. Virtually an alcoholic, has a sadistic streak a mile long, and he cheats on all of his mistresses.
That's not what I'm interested in.
I know what you're interested in. You want me to talk to him?
Exactly.
It won't do you any good.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
probably make a lousy businessman anyway.
The worst.
I suppose he is a pretty good cut.
The best.
Do you have the time?
Well, did you launch the campaign?
I was fantastically subtle. Of course, he picked up anyway.
Don't worry about it. I'll work on him. Christmas in Paris, that is a promise.
With my plate?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm gonna have to start another one. Will you guys excuse me?
To you and Maggie.
To the four of us. You know, Mac, Sally's a fine girl. She has a very special joie de vivre.
We've both done pretty well since the last time we saw each other.
Those were good times.
Good times.
You know something? I have a confession to make. This marriage business. I really don't know how good I'm going to be at it. No.
I am.
Yeah, but we are different. I've lived alone for so long. I've enjoyed being a hermit.
Yeah.
His Majesty beckons.
Run.
Yes, of course.
Commissioner McMillan? Yes? Mrs. Arnold would like you to join her on the terrace.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad I caught you, Mac. Now listen, I'm going to be very direct and very obstinate.
Something about Christmas in Paris?
Aha, exactly. Now look, I've only known Sally for a very brief time, but we're very much alike and we both get what we want. So, what's the point in putting up a fuss?
Well, sounds great, Maggie. We'd love to go, but I don't think I can project my schedule this far in advance.
You just promise me to plan on it and the rest will take care of itself. Promise?
I promise.
True.
Somebody get a doctor. I'm a doctor. Marion, my bag's in the car.
What happened? Maggie? Maggie.
Who's in charge here?
I am, sir.
There was another waiter here. He's blonde, average build. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't have anyone who looks like that, sir.
Ma'am. She's gone.
It ought to turn up something. Got copies posted all over town.
I want him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to work on this case, Mike.
Jacques, do you think you should get involved in this?
I will do whatever is required of me.
I hope so.
Well, what have you learned about him?
Nothing. Posing as a waiter, that's all.
There's no question about it. That business of drawing you out onto the terrace was deliberate.
I didn't get it at the time, but Maggie wasn't expecting me out there. She said, "I'm glad I caught you, Mac." She wouldn't have said that if she was expecting me.
It's quite an operation. One man guides you into the target area, and the other man is waiting. Chances are they got away together.
It's my fault.
It's not true.
I didn't take Raymond Poole seriously enough.
Mac, you know as well as I do that in this business, one doesn't jump into bed and hide beneath the covers each time one's life is threatened. It's not your fault. I must be going now.
Sally will be along in a minute. Why don't you have dinner with us?
No, I'm having dinner with St. Clair. It's a difficult time for him, too.
Jacques, it's none of my business, but we all carry our grief differently, but are you all right?
Mac, my good friend, my wife has been murdered. And for me, this is the single greatest tragedy of my life. But Maggie would not want me to wallow in it. She would want me to go on and to catch her killer. And this I will do. With your help. We owe that to her. And as for me, well, we will take each day, yes?
I'll get him, Jacques. I'll get Raymond Poole, I promise you.
That won't be so easy from what I've heard.
No, it won't. He's got an airtight alibi.
You know, sometimes one is tempted to apply a bit of pressure.
Except one abides by the rules.
Well, of course.
And I know back in Paris you're used to doing things your own way.
But here I'm out of my jurisdiction, right?
Don't misunderstand. I want your help very much.
I understand perfectly. When I am a guest, I always abide by the rules of my host.
That's all I ask.
You know, Mac, I can understand why you're worried about Jacques.
I'm not worried. I'm just concerned.
Well, I don't know why you let him work on the case anyway.
Because he wants to.
I know, but it was his wife that was killed. Aren't you afraid he's going to blow his cool?
I'm more concerned how he reacts when this investigation is over, when he'll have nothing to concentrate on.
Mrs. McMillan, are we going to move?
After I just spent all that money for the new drapes?
The game, it's your move.
Ah, I thought it was your move. Let's see. Mildred. Check.
I'll get it.
I frankly don't know how he has the nerve to walk the streets anyway.
Who?
Raymond Poole. He's a killer.
Not till we prove it.
Hi, Jacques.
Ah, Sally.
Hi, Sergeant. Come on in.
Can I get you boys something to eat?
Un café, s'il vous plaît.
Ah, moi aussi, s'il vous plaît.
How you feeling, Jacques?
I said what?
How you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you.
I wish you would stay with us for a while.
No, I would only be in the way.
You would not be in the way, would he, Mag?
Well, he's a big boy. How's everything?
I'm exhausted, sir. Incidentally, Raymond Poole has been an absolute Boy Scout since we're onto him.
Mike, do you know a man named Morrison? Jake Morrison.
Jake Morrison. Hey, wasn't he associated with Poole years ago?
Yeah, they were partners.
Correct. There was a power struggle and Morrison lost.
Put it mildly.
Whatever happened to Jake Morrison?
Ask Jacques. He seems to be the current authority.
Whatever happened to Jake Morrison?
Well, thanks to your files, it seems Mr. Morrison has dropped out of sight. But perhaps if we can locate him, he just might relish the opportunity to settle an old score.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, let's find out where he is and talk to him first thing in the morning.
Bon.
Je comprends, Commissioner.
Charlie, you forever surprise me.
Merci. Actually, the good inspector here has been helping me to brush up on my French.
Sergeant, we can continue your lessons on the way back to headquarters.
Headquarters?
You must help me to locate the current address on Morrison.
Now?
But of course, if we are to get to Morrison in the morning, we must find out where he is tonight. N'est-ce pas?
Oui. Au revoir, Commissioner. Madame, back to the pits.
See you in the morning, Mac. Bonsoir, Sally.
Where's your coffee?
There is no time, Mildred.
No time.
Well, Mr. McMillan, have some coffee. Oh, short people never get a break.
Sid. Hello?
McMillan, it's been over a week and I haven't seen any results. What kind of incompetent show are you running? Do you want me to put some private detectives on the case?
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. Ambassador. We're looking for a killer, a very clever one. Takes time.
Well, there ought to be some results by now.
There will be.
I'll make it happen soon, Commissioner, because the next telephone call I make will be to the governor.
Not too friendly, I gather.
We're up to the ambassador. We'll be in Siberia by now.
All right.
Play.
What is it again you said you could do with the horse?
Mildred, that is your knight. Now, he can move any combination of 1, 2, or 2, 1 spaces.
I thought that's what you said you do with the little soldiers here.
Pawn.
That is a pawn. Now, he can advance 1 or he can advance 2 the first time you move him.
Except to take an opponent.
Except to take an opponent.
Then you move diagonally.
Oh, yeah, then you move diagonally.
I seem to hear an echo.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to move this little fella right here.
You can't do that, Mildred.
What did I do?
Why? You can't move him sideways. I just told you.
Commissioner.
What are you asking him? You don't...
I'm going to bed. Good night.
How about a little two-handed poker?
Oh, well, now you're talking.
I'm going to bed.
There it is, sir.
Where's Jacques?
He said he tried to meet us here.
You're sure this is the address?
Yes, sir. I wrote it down. 1210 Grove Street.
Jake Morrison?
Well, if it is Jake Morrison, sir, it's quite a come down for a big-time racketeer.
Or maybe it's a new and beautiful Jake Morrison, huh?
Hi, may I help you, gentlemen?
Yes, I'd like to see Mr. Morrison.
Oh, hold on a minute. I'll see if he's in his office.
McMillan, what the hell does he want?
It ain't gonna be a rubdown.
Get out of here.
He doesn't seem to be in.
Why don't you try again?
Yes, sir.
Why don't he take off?
I'm not here, McMillan. Beat it.
They're coming in. Clear it!
Come on over here.
Where's Morrison?
Can I help you, fellas?
Where's Morrison?
Jake, he must have left here about a half an hour ago.
About a half a minute
Hey,
ago.
where you going? Morrison ain't here!
I'm afraid that this gentleman and I collided. You are right, monsieur.
What is this?
Pardon, I'm sorry.
Can a guy jog around the block anymore?
You do have a sense of the dramatic, don't you, Jacques?
Oh. I don't know what's going on, but you got a case of false arrest on your hands, Commissioner.
You notice everybody's concerned with false arrest these days, Sergeant? I just want to talk to you. Why don't we go back to your office?
Who is this Frenchy guy, anyway?
Foreign exchange program.
Hitman? What are you talking about, Hitman? What would I know?
Because you're smart, Jake. You keep your eyes open.
Hey, look, I've been out of the big time 7, 8 years now. If Ray Poole wants to slug it out with the cops, let him make the papers. Me, I'm flying straight these days. I don't know from nothing.
What do you suppose this is, Charlie?
Well, sir, if I didn't know that Mr. Morrison was flying straight these days, I'd say it was a betting ticket.
Come on. That's a plant, and you guys planted it.
Did you plant it, Charlie?
No, sir.
Jacques? Are the numbers in French?
No.
It is not mine.
Must be yours, Jake.
All I know is you hear things on the street.
No one's holding you to anything.
The word is that Poole brought in this guy from out of town. I think his name is Sable.
What else?
That's it.
Jake, Ray Poole took you over the ropes a couple of years ago. How would you like a chance to get even?
Look, I'm not saying I don't hate his guts. But Poole did me a favor, you know. My blood pressure's down 50 points from the old days.
Well, the thing is, Jake, I really need you.
Why me? I don't want to get involved. There's guys out there with meat hooks, you know.
Perhaps Monsieur Morrison would care to explain the betting slip at headquarters, Mike?
Oh, we don't want to pressure him, Jacques.
Well,
all I'm asking is that he keep his ears open, get me a light on Sable.
All right, I'll keep in touch.
You bet.
Here we go, sir.
Yes? Send him in. We finally got something on Sable out of Chicago. Full name, Thomas NMI Sable, born in Cleveland, age 30. Record you wouldn't believe, in and out of everything with a wall around it.
may I?
Yeah. Quite a versatile killer. Knives, guns, explosives, even hit and run.
Animal. Is there a photograph?
Chicago's trying to dig one up, sir. It should be here no later than tomorrow.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more we can do. You coming to dinner, aren't you?
No. Huh? I'm going to do better than that.
Ha 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 ha. Sally finally got you.
She's a very persuasive woman.
You just don't want to miss anything.
Well, something like that, yes.
You can't come. Mildred.
I'm coming. Something like this takes time.
Well, what's so complicated about ice cream?
Oh, she's making something special. Where's your patience?
Oh, yeah, something special. The last time I had something special she made, I was on bicarbonate for 2 weeks.
I heard that.
Okay, 1 week.
Well, I don't know whether to serve this or have it bronzed.
Wow.
Incroyable.
What is this goo?
You know, Commissioner, I hate to say this, but sometimes you have the sophistication of a paw kettle.
Mildred, pay no attention to the commissioner. It looks superb.
Well, we'll give it the famous taste test. Oh, Mildred, you have done it again. No wonder half the crowned heads of Europe worship at your feet.
As I do at yours, talented lady.
Now, you see, him I like.
Whatever happened to good old ice cream?
Mildred's being creative.
Then let her vacuum something.
This is English trifle, and it's delicious.
I know what trifle is. I just didn't recognize it.
Paw kettle, I told you. How about a little more for those who appreciate three-star cuisine?
Superb, mes absolutement superb. Mademoiselle, may I kiss your hand? Oh, dear.
There are rewards in this job. Bon appetit, Inspector.
Merci.
And bon appetit to almost everyone else.
She's fantastic.
She is for sale. Excuse me. Hello?
Commissioner McMillan?
Yes?
I wonder if you remember me, Alan Joyce?
Yes, of course.
Good. My wife and I would like to talk to you. We think, well, that is, Sharon in particular thinks it could be very important.
How about tomorrow morning in my office, say around 10:30?
That'll be fine. Thank you, Commissioner. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Who was that, man?
Nobody. A departmental meeting.
Huh.
Well, I think I'll try some of this goo. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Too late. I see you have capitulated.
I have not capitulated. I have, however, in a moment of weakness, decided to try it.
Ah, well, very well. Tell me what you think, and don't spare my feelings.
I think I'll have some eggs. Where are the eggs?
Move over, Commish. I'll do it. How do you like your eggs?
Mildred, I have been known to cook an egg or two in my time. In fact, on those frequent days when you have off, I have perfected a 3-star fried egg and a toasted muffin, which is, in a word, superb.
Would you deign to let me toast the muffin?
Won't you?
Sweet. Ah, last one.
One does not slice the English muffin. One separates it in two, thusly.
Does one? How nice. Except these won't fit in our toaster.
One puts it in the oven. Are we out of eggs again?
Look in the 7-day meat keeper.
One hesitates to ask why eggs are kept in a 7-day meat keeper. Oh. Mildred.
Now, let me guess. You are looking for the frying pan.
Check.
Under the sink.
Why on earth is everything in this kitchen secreted in cupboards and drawers 12 inches from the floor?
I'll tell you what. The next time you're out shopping for a housekeeper, get one that's 6'4", will you? And then everything will be nice and high, just the way you like it.
Is Inspector Arnaud up yet?
Oh, up and out with crack of dawn. Want to know what he had for breakfast?
No.
Omelette a la Mildred. You know, he's quite a guy. And I don't say that because he thinks I'm talented, witty, intelligent, and attractive, and appealingly diminutive.
But it helps.
Oh, it don't hurt.
Mildred.
Oh, say, I am sorry about that.
I had my heart set on fried eggs and toasted muffins.
Yeah, well, why don't you just have the eggs with a side of trifle?
Blech.
You are a picky eater, aren't you? Listen, I think this must have fallen out of his luggage.
I'll give it back to him.
You don't suppose he left that behind for me to find, do you? Sort of a romantic symbol?
I doubt it.
Me too.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Joyce are here, sir.
Send them in. Morning.
Good morning. I think you remember Sharon?
Yes, nice to see you again.
Commissioner?
Nice to see you. Thank you. Please sit down.
Thank you. Frankly, Commissioner, Sharon's the one who prompted this visit. But I guess you know the Sinclairs are a stubborn bunch.
So I've heard.
Alan takes most things a bit less seriously than I do, Commissioner. But I think these are well worth you looking into.
They're extracts of stock purchases, Commissioner. Recently, I discovered that a rather large amount of Sinclair stock had been acquired by various holding companies. When Sharon learned about it, she became a little upset.
Very upset. Every one of those holding companies is owned by Raymond Poole.
Poole? Why would he be interested in Sinclair stock?
That's exactly the question. Why? Unless he's acquiring a voice in the company. A big voice.
Well, I thought control of the company was vested in the family.
Well, that's true, but it's a very divided family, Commissioner. Myself and Eileen Cole. My father really isn't a factor in this. Eileen administers his stock. But with his 20% and Eileen's 8%, Miss Eileen Cole has a great deal of power.
Are you trying to tell me that Miss Cole is quietly selling off her father's stock?
Of course. The same stock that Raymond Poole is buying up just as fast as it hits the market.
Well, I'm a little confused. I mean, what you're telling me is not a police matter. Why don't you talk to your father or Miss Cole?
Well, that's what I've been saying right along. I still think that Eileen Cole ought to be given a chance to state her case.
I am not interested in what Eileen Cole has to say. I'm sure you understand, Commissioner, that I am not fond of Eileen Cole, but that's not the point. I am convinced that she is no less responsible for Maggie's death than Raymond Poole.
That's a very strong accusation.
Not really. Not if Eileen Cole and Raymond Poole are conspiring to take over the company. You see my point, Commissioner? If I'm right, then the one situation that neither one of them can afford is that court case now pending against Poole. And you know why? Because in the course of the trial, Poole's stock purchases are bound to come out. And you know what's going to happen to Sinclair International when that hits the market? The whole bottom's going to drop right out.
In other words, what Sharon's suggesting is that Poole and Eileen Cole conspired to kill you in order to kill the case.
I'm sure of it.
It's nothing but a theory, Sharon. It's a bit unseemly, isn't it? Hanging out the family wash on the heels of Maggie's death?
If my sister was killed because of a power-grabbing scheme of Eileen Cole, don't you think it ought to be hung out on the wash?
Well, I don't like it.
No, of course not. You don't like anything that disturbs your status quo.
I'm quite sure the commissioner isn't interested in our bickering, Sharon.
No. But I'm sure he's interested in justice. Commissioner, there is nothing that I can do with that information. If I go to my father, well, he'll just think I'm acting out of spite and listen to anything that Eileen Cole tells him. And if I go to her, well, she'll just give me a twisted story and then go and cry on my father's shoulder. Commissioner, I'm asking you for your help.
May I keep these?
Of course.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, indeed.
Let me see your license. Oh, it's you, sir. What's going on?
Crazy driver.
Yes.
Ambassador,
Well,
I'd like to talk to you.
unless you can show some progress, there's nothing to talk about.
You shouldn't be up, Jason.
Perhaps I've come at the wrong time.
Nothing wrong with right now, nothing wrong with me.
Well, you're not going to prove anything by standing out. The doctor wants you off your feet.
What can he be expected to say? He's paid to make mountains out of molehills. Oh, don't worry about me. This is just one of those little scares that God likes to throw at 73-year-old men. What did you want to see me about, Commissioner?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you both. What do you know about Raymond Poole?
Well, I know he's the lowest form of reptile on this earth.
Are you aware that he's been buying up Sinclair stock?
Poole?
Well, there's no way of controlling the sale of common stock. Now, I'm sure you're aware of that, Commissioner.
Frankly, it's been suggested to me that he's been buying family-owned stock.
That's a lie! A lie! Do you hear me?
Anyone.
Sorry, I didn't know he was so ill when I called.
He's been like that since Maggie. We don't know if it's going to get any better. Why don't we go into my office? It's just in the other wing.
Impressive.
It's an unlikely place to headquarter a company. But the ambassador likes to know it's close. Even though he rarely visits this part of the house. You were right about Raymond Poole. He has acquired a good deal of Sinclair stock. Family-owned stock.
That's straight enough. Mind telling me why?
Simplest of reasons. Company needs cash. In order to raise it, I floated a certain amount of privately held stock. But I think there's something that you ought to understand right now. That until this week, I had no idea that the purchasing company that bought the stock was owned by Poole. Let's get down to brass tacks, Commissioner. You wouldn't be here unless you suspected some sort of conspiracy between Poole and Sinclair International. And more specifically, between Poole and me. Well, no such conspiracy exists. If it did, I could easily have manipulated the sale of the ambassador stock rather than my own. The money paid for the stock has been turned over as a personal loan from me. As for Raymond Poole, well, he seems to be investing pretty heavily in the market these days. He's simply happened to invest in Sinclair International. That's all there is to that.
I'll say one thing, Miss Cole. If you were planning on taking over the company, this would be a pretty poor way to go about it.
Commissioner, there's nothing in this world that I would do to hurt Justin Sinclair. We've had a long and unique association. It's coming to an end. When he goes, I'm going to make Sharon Joyce very happy. I'm going to leave without a word. She did come to you, didn't she? It's funny. Sharon has always thought of me as some sort of a power-mad interloper. I never wanted all of this. Well, when the ambassador dies, it's all going to be Sharon's. And I won't miss it a bit.
You had this all ready for me, didn't you?
Well, it was ready for someone. When I discovered that Poole had been buying up our stock, I knew there was room for a misunderstanding, particularly from Sharon. Yes? Oh, just a minute. It's for you, Commissioner.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Jake Morrison just called in, sir. He's got something.
I'll be there in 30 minutes. Thank you, Miss Cole. You've been very helpful.
Well, I'll walk you to the door.
No, that's not necessary. I know how busy you are. I'll find my way out.
How you feeling?
Never mind me. Has McMillan gone?
He just left. I think you're being a little hard on him, Justin. He's doing his job.
Accusing us of being in cahoots with Raymond Poole? You call that doing his job?
Oh, it's all been taken care of. He made an honest mistake.
If I thought a man like Poole owned 5 cents worth of Sinclair, I'd never get another night's sleep.
I don't want you to do anything. So just take care of yourself.
Oh, they haven't been all bad, have they? 15 years.
Granary?
That's Jake's new lifestyle, sir.
Any sign of Inspector Arnault?
No, sir, not since this morning. He mentioned something about renting a car. I think he went on out to the cemetery, sir.
Oh. Did you leave him a message?
Yeah, I left a note telling him we'd be here and to meet us here if we got back in time. Oh, and Commissioner, we really lucked out, sir. Chicago sent us a picture of Sable.
Aha. Good.
Commissioner? Here.
Ah, thank you.
Try the number 3 plate. Terrific. Natural. Everything natural. A healthy body and a healthy mind. You know what I mean?
You're a model of self-improvement, Jake.
It's all part of the spiritual thing. Everything clean, wholesome.
Too bad they didn't serve that back in reform school.
I got a little something for you, but there's no guarantees that go with it.
Yeah.
23 Castle Street, apartment 4J. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
We'll see you again, Jake.
Do me a favor, huh? Don't make it too quick.
Dale?
Let's find out. He's pretty good. All right, if he wants to catch us.
Maybe he lost us.
Either that or he's pretty smart. One way or another, we can't sit around here all day. Well, I'll be damned.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. We have this continuing problem of affecting a rendezvous, do we not?
What were you doing tailing us?
My dear Mac, I am trying to explain that I have not been telling you. I received the sergeant's note. I drove to the restaurant. I arrived just when you were leaving. I followed your tortured and paranoid path, and now I am here to join you. Okay? Now this Marcus, he has some news?
An address? It might be Sable's.
Then what are we waiting for? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's yours, isn't it?
I don't deny it, yes.
It's a magnesium-tipped bullet. It not only kills people, it tears people apart.
I know what it can do,
We
Mac,
can't use it
all
here.
right?
It's against the law. Now, I may feel the same way you do, but I'm trying to run a police department, not a private club for revenge. Do I make myself clear?
Sergeant? Could you check the clip for me, if you please?
They're not mag tips, sir. They're straight slugs.
Mac. This one is a souvenir. I've had it for years.
I'm sorry.
Ça ne fait rien. Well, let us go, huh? No, no. Your car. Mine costs 12 cents a mile.
The French? Charlie, cover the rear. We'll go in through the front.
You all right?
Yes. We just heard from Mr. Sable.
What was it, Mac?
Hand grenade. Opening the door primed it. Not the most original booby trap ever made, but pretty effective.
Seems I owe you something, Mac. Thank you.
One thing certain, Sable didn't set this up by himself.
Morrison?
Let's go pay him a visit.
Me? How do you figure me?
Because you're the guy that sent us there.
That's crazy. You think I'd set you up and still be sitting here? I'd be in Alaska by now.
Not if you didn't expect us to live.
Look, McMillan, you squeeze me and I go out and I hustle up information. And I told you right out there was no guarantee on it. How do you think I feel? I was taken too, you know.
By whom?
Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
I'm not interested in your pride. I want to know who it is.
I put the word out on the street. At first, nothing. And then this guy I know comes up with the address. And it cost me $100. A guy named Andrew Green.
Where's he live?
On the other side of Golden Gate Park.
Right. You go first this time.
He floats around. Maybe he's not even there.
Let's take a chance.
A guy could get killed, you know. Thing I can't figure out is this guy's been solid. He comes to you with something and you go with it.
I know Angie Green. He served 2 times for burglary. He's a runner, a dealer, a pimp, you name it.
In other words, a quality citizen. Just the kind you can depend on. Excuse me, please. Angie Green?
Yeah, that's him.
Not very popular, was he? Who's she?
His girlfriend. She lives here.
You're the police? I called the police.
Yeah, what happened?
She came home from work a little while ago. Found him just the way you see him. She started screaming. I came in. Then I called the police.
Mac.
Yeah. We'll have the lab cab ticket.
What's wrong?
The waiter at the party, who was missing, remember? He was tied in with Sable right from the beginning.
Right up to the end.
Yeah. Let's take a look around. Jack? Find anything?
McMillan, you find yourself another seeing-eye dog. This guy Sable's a maniac, and maybe he ain't too happy with me. You know what I mean?
He won't hurt you. You don't know enough.
Yeah? I don't see it in writing. So if you want to lock me up, that's okay. Otherwise, I'm getting out of this place for a while.
All right, you can go. Two links to Sable, and they both turned out to be Angie Green. Now he's dead.
Back where we started.
Yeah.
We have nothing.
Let's go back to the office.
No, you go ahead, Mac. I have the rental car to pick up, and perhaps I'll walk for a while.
He just said it. We got nothing. Well, I know something we can do. Get the word out on the streets. The police are planning a series of massive raids and arrests. The whole city is going to be turned upside down. It's going to stay that way until Sable is out of the way. Use every pipeline you can. That'll flush him out.
Yeah? Commissioner? I put the word out on the street, sir. Within an hour, any punk willing to sell a rumor for $10 will be spreading the word that Sable is a very hot ticket.
Good.
Maybe we'll get lucky for a change.
Yeah, maybe. Anything from the lab on Angie Green?
Well, we don't have a detailed analysis yet, but the preliminary report isn't terrific either. Whoever killed Angie Green knew exactly what he was doing.
Like Sable, for instance?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not Sable.
Why not?
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he kill Angie?
Sable killed Green because he knew that Green was going to nail him to save his own skin.
Mob will kill him if he did that.
Commissioner, Sable wasn't brought to San Francisco for a sightseeing tour. When I told you there was a contract out on you, I had that information from a very reliable source.
I don't doubt that.
Well, then you've got to believe that it was Raymond Poole who hired Sable and that this whole thing is Poole's game.
Are you trying to tell me this is a pool game?
Oh, sir. I'd never say a thing like that.
If it is, he's not the only player, and that's your cue.
Speaking of players, sir, have you heard from Jacques?
No, not since we left Angie Green's.
I hated to see him go off all depressed like that.
Oh, he's not depressed.
Well, he wasn't exactly doing a tap dance, sir.
When Jacques' depressed, he's all over the place, looking for clues, searching through files, anything that'll give him a lead.
Do you think he knows something and he isn't telling us?
Possible.
Well, I know he's our friend, sir, but I'm going to put a tail on him.
No. He's too good.
Well, what are we supposed to do? Wait around here until he makes a move?
You can wait around here.
Where are you going?
Home? I'll wait around there.
Pool game?
Thank you. Your Paris-France party is on the line.
Merci, operator. Alors, Gervais.
Inspector, is that you?
Listen to me, Gervais. This is very important. Do you know the jeweler Chantier and Company in La Place Vendôme?
Reputation, sir. My salary provides little reason to visit the establishment.
It is absolutely vital that you contact Monsieur Chantier himself. Have him check his records and find out who purchased the platinum lighter. Leaf Design. Numbers D as in Devilla, 27. 27. Do you have that?
Yes, sir. I'll check it out first thing in the morning.
Now, Gervais. It must be done now.
Sir, it's 2 a.m. in Paris. What can be done at this hour?
I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Hi.
Hi.
You're early. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a long, moody evening. What happened?
We were close to something. Really close. Now I'm back to square one.
Well, shoot. Where's Jacques?
Well, he ought to be along in a minute.
You know, you were right. He is amazing. I can't believe the way he's taking everything so well.
I don't know. He's too quiet. He defers to my authority. He's always there. He's not like him. I'm afraid that he'll go off like a time bomb once all this is settled.
He's a pro. You told me that yourself.
The shock is beginning to wear off. He's getting, I don't know what it is, angry. I don't know. It scares me. I'm beat.
You want a drink?
Yes. Triple martini. What's for dinner?
Funny you should ask about dinner, Commissioner. It's only 5 o'clock.
Go get the drink.
What's so funny about that?
Well, last night I said, Mildred, lift these people on wings of your culinary genius. And what was the result? A 3-star trifle.
I know. Crowned heads of Europe and all that.
But tonight I didn't have the call.
You didn't have the call.
I didn't make dinner.
No dinner.
Well, of course there's dinner. It ought to be here any minute.
You are not going to say...
Fender's Fish and Chips.
She said it anyway. Fender's Fish and Chips. Cheers.
Hello? Yes, this is he.
Inspector, absolutely no luck, sir. I finally got through to Madame Chantier. It seems Monsieur Chantier is out of town. Madame said he'd be back in the shop by morning.
Doesn't she know where he is?
Well, not really, sir. She is convinced that Monsieur Chantier is with his mistress, whom she does not know, but whom she intends to shoot at some future date.
Contact Monsieur Chantier the first thing when he arrives in the morning. When you have something, call me at 536-6674, Commissioner McMillan's home number. And don't worry about the time. Call me.
Inspector, is something seriously wrong?
Good night, Gervais.
Is it that bad?
It's not that good.
You should have stuck with a salad like me.
What'd you expect for $5?
For $5, even ptomaine would be chewable.
Okay, I'll get something to wash it down.
I'll get. Hello? Who is this? It's for you.
Who is it?
Mac and Sable.
Sable. Yes?
Ah, my name's Sable. You want to make a deal, McMillan?
When? Why not now? Right, Pier 31. Got it.
What did he say?
Wants to meet me, make a deal.
Well, you're not thinking of doing it. Mac, it's crazy to think about that. Sable is the killer. It's just about dark outside. He's setting up a trap.
Oh, he knows I'm not stupid enough to walk into a trap. A man like Sable exists in the darkness, yet he telephones me for a meeting in the daylight. Why?
Because he's thinking that you'll be thinking the way you're thinking. That's why he's going to catch you off your guard.
No, the pressure's too strong. So much so he's willing to expose himself to make a deal.
You're not going to go there alone.
No, call Enright. Have him meet me at Pier 31.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Your black mask and silver bullets.
Well, I thought I'd leave him at home since my horse is in the shop.
Come on, I'm serious, Mac. Why would you go alone when you've got the whole San Francisco police force to help you?
He'll come on too strong. We'll scare him off.
How could Red Riding Hood have been so very good and still kept the wolf from the door? Father and mother, she had none. So where in the world did the money come from? Pray let me ask it, who filled her basket? The story books never tell. Bum, bum, bum. They say that she was the nicest of girls. Bum, 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 bum.
Come on, Sergeant.
Hello? Hello?
Jacques, I'm so glad
glad you're back.
What happened?
Listen, Sable called. He wanted to make a deal. Mac went to meet him.
Tell me where.
You'll never find it alone. I'll take you there. I better try Sergeant Enright one more time before we go.
Hello? What? Yeah, I got it. I'll be right there, Mrs. McMillan.
There's Mac's car. He must be on the pier.
Sally, I want you to leave.
Oh, no. No way.
Please keep out of sight and lock the car.
Good luck, Jacques.
Thank you. Hey, Mac! Look out!
Get back in the car, Sally! Call an ambulance! Drop it!
Commissioner, Mrs. McMillan said that she and Inspector Arnaud were on their way here. Where are they, sir?
She's back at Pier 31. She's all right, but Sable here just shot the inspector.
Wait a minute, I didn't shoot anybody. You got it all wrong.
I saw it.
You didn't see anything. I'm telling you, I waited in my car outside the pier till maybe 5 minutes ago, just in case you had an army crawling around the place. Finally, I go onto the barge by that big crane. First thing I hear, somebody's blasting away. What do you expect me to do? I go back to my car. Next thing I know, you're on my back.
Commissioner, this gun hasn't been fired.
Sure. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't hit anybody back there. I'm telling you, I didn't hit Angie Green either. I didn't hit Sinclair's daughter. Somebody is running around this town with a hot gun. They're throwing it on my head.
I suppose you didn't know anything about a contract on me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I knew about that. Poole brought me in on it, but not as a hit. I was just supposed to make you a little nervous.
Okay, you did your job. You made me nervous. Now, why this setup?
Huh. Because the man wanted another push. And when the man wants another push, you do what the man wants. You know what I mean, Commissioner? You know what I mean.
Cuff him. gonna make it?
We don't know yet.
Intensive care. Just a moment. It's for you, Commissioner.
Me?
Same woman.
Oh, it's Mildred. Why don't you take it?
Hi, Mildred. Wait a minute. Do you have a pencil and paper I could borrow? Sure. We don't know yet. We're still waiting to hear. Okay. Uh-huh. Slow down low. Lighter? Do you leave a number? Okay, I'll call you if anything happens, okay. That was Mildred. She just got a call from Paris. Somebody named Andre Gervais.
The Jacques' assistant. I've met him. How would he know Jacques was hurt?
Well, he didn't, not until Mildred told him. Now, the way Mildred explains it, Gervais was returning Jacques' call. Jacques had asked him to check on something, a lighter. He said it was very important.
A lighter?
A platinum lighter. Now, he described it to him. He told him to go to an exclusive jeweler's in Paris and check it out. He did. Now he's got the information, but he doesn't know what to do with it because Jacques can't talk to him. He thought maybe you might be able to help him.
I have no idea. Whatever it is, it has to do with Maggie's murder.
Well, I think Jacques has stumbled onto something.
Maybe it has to do with... Did Gervais leave a number?
Yeah, Elise 9333.
Nurse, may I make a phone call, please?
Yes, of course.
Operator. Yes, I'd like to make a call to Paris, please. Elise 9333. Person to Mr. Andre Gervais. Yes, this is a police emergency. This is Commissioner McMillan calling. I'd like the call charged to my office, extension 4321. Remember this a minute. Nurse, may I see Inspector Arnaud's personal effects, please?
Attendez une seconde.
Andre! McMillan! Fine, thank you. How are you? Platinum lighter. Leaf design.
Yes, that's the lighter. Apparently, the inspector found it in someone's apartment. The apartment of someone who was killed.
MG Green. Nothing. Go on.
I visited the jewelry shop this morning. It seems the lighter was one of two items purchased that day by Madame Arnaud. The other was a necklace, also engraved with a leaf design.
Who did you say that was?
Madame Arnaud. Of course, this was some time before she and the inspector were married, so perhaps I should have said Mademoiselle Sinclair. In any event, the necklace was purchased for herself. The lighter was sent out as a gift.
A gift? Do you know to whom? Oh, you're sure? You're not mistaken. Well, all right, thank you. What? Yes, I'll let you know. Yes, thank you, Andre. Goodbye.
He's not mistaken about whose name.
Doctor.
Oh, Commissioner, we got the bullet out. It's gonna be close. We won't know anything for a few hours.
Oh, no, he's tough on you.
Oh, Commissioner. How's the inspector doing?
Well, bullet's out, that's about all. We have to go someplace. Charlie, can you stay here for a while?
I'll be fine.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I got the egg salad that you wanted. They only had tuna fish on egg
Charlie.
bread. There's a submarine in there for me.
Enright.
I couldn't get any pickles.
Make sure no one touches the submarine, Sergeant.
Where are we going?
Ambassador, sorry to bother you again.
Let me do the apologizing, Commissioner. I've been pretty crusty. We heard about Jacques. How is he?
He's out of the operating room. We'll have to keep our fingers crossed.
When does it stop? Are we destroying whole families these days?
Ambassador, we're starting to get some of the answers, but a lot of what we don't know revolves around this lighter. Some time ago, Maggie bought this lighter in Paris. Do you recognize it?
Of course. She sent it to me for my birthday. Must have been 2 or 3 years ago. What is it? I don't understand.
Maggie's murderer had an accomplice. The accomplice ended up with that lighter. How did he get it?
I didn't keep it. The doctor ordered me to stop smoking, so I gave it away.
Come on in. It's not locked.
All right, come in here. Why did you do it? What could you possibly hope to gain?
It wasn't what I had to gain. It's what I stood to lose. My wife was going to leave me. She said I was a loser. I wanted to prove to her she was wrong. You see, with Maggie gone, my wife would have inherited everything. And then, you see, I would have told her I'd killed Maggie. To show her I wasn't weak. And that I'd done it for her. You do see, don't you, Commissioner? I only did it for my wife.
She was right. You are a loser.
Do you know what time it is, Mac?
Time for the rooster to crow.
I'm still wide awake.
Yeah, so am I.
You know, there's one thing I still don't understand. You know the waiter that was killed? Arnie Green?
Angie
Green. How did he get the lighter?
Well, to begin with, he was a compulsive thief. Joyce thought he'd lost it. Green grabbed it when they had one of their meetings.
Alan Joyce. I still can't believe it. He's so mild and inoffensive.
Sometimes those are the people you have to worry about. Killing Maggie gave him a new lease on life.
Boy, when he set that booby trap, he must have been in seventh heaven.
A very sick seventh heaven.
How did he know you were meeting Sable? You know, if Jacques hadn't shown up when he did, you would have been Alan Joyce's third victim. And Sable would have been blamed again.
I think it was merely a lot of pressure building up. Thought it was time to get rid of me.
What's going to happen to Poole?
For one thing, he's got an indictment in the works, plus a new star witness to testify. Sable. Yes. Yes, the hospital. We'll be right there.
Hello, Jacques.
Oh, Sally. Tu vas bien.
Tu vas très bien.
Me too. We did it. We finally worked together. You know, Mac, I was thinking, the night of the party, remember when I told you I had doubts about marriage? You were right. Would have worked out fine.
That's it, Commissioner. I shouldn't have let you in.
Listen, Mildred sends her love, and she says you better hurry up and get better because she's working on a 5-star menu.
Oh, good. She can make up for Fender's fish and chips.
Well, you're not invited. Well, it's still early. You want to go home and cuddle?
Or we can go down to the wharf, have a nice, huge breakfast. Here. Call her.
Tails.
Congratulations.
Pretty good. You loved it. You're not going to believe this.
Oh, yes. Ilya thinks you're ready for the pro tour.
Not yet, but he has told me he's going to take me under his wing and give me weekly lessons whenever he's in town.
That kid's gonna be born with a tennis elbow if you're not careful.
That's a wives' tale. Besides, I talked to the doctor. Plenty of exercise through the 8th month.
See, your star's temper's exploded one too many times. I think he needs a rest. Maybe you should visit his homeland.
His temper sells tickets. That's what pros are all about.
Well, the vote was unanimous.
When did the Rules Committee reach this vote?
This morning.
Well, I don't understand it. Your father invites him here, and at the same time, gets him suspended.
My father didn't acquire this 1,000-acre paradise by being predictable. Besides, he's only one member of the committee. He doesn't own it.
He owns it, all right. Look, Ilya Ostrov is my livelihood. If he doesn't play, I don't eat.
Well, maybe you should look around for another pro, someone who knows the rules of the game.
I have been hacking away at pro tennis for 15 years, and now it's finally a big money game, and I've got a big money player. So your father wants to dump me out in the street? I tell you, I don't like it.
Mr. Hoffenstein, my father holds his possessions very dearly. That includes his newspaper, this 1,000-acre estate and everything on it. The wild game preserve, his prize cattle, but most of all, his beautiful wife.
I'm going to talk to the old man myself.
Well, however you handle it, don't keep your tennis player in the dark much longer, or he'll read it on the sports page. Sally.
Hi,
Hi.
Walter.
3 years is too long a time, but you're still as beautiful as ever.
You guys haven't met. This is my husband, Mac. This is Ewing's son, Walter.
How do you do?
Commissioner, your wife is one of the fabulous spirits of our time.
That's what she keeps telling me.
Congratulations are in order. We're talking to the new president of the Webley Corporation.
Well, thank you. I wanted to call, but you know how hectic it can be starting at the top.
Walter, have you seen your father?
I think he went to check out the lions.
The lions?
Yeah, it's his latest acquisition. He brought them in from Africa, but I think he's going to donate them to the zoo. They're frightening the workers.
Not to mention at least one of the guests.
2.
One, I was talking about you.
Walter, dear, would you please mingle a little? I can't do it all myself.
Are you two staying for dinner?
You couldn't drag us away. Your father's meals are legend.
I'll see you both later. Commissioner, I have to go mingle.
Wasn't Walter one of your amorous prospects in one of your previous lives?
4 very heavy dates. Then, darling, you came along, and you swept me off my feet. And all the other boys just sort of faded into Never Never Land.
And Walter, heartbroken, poor thing, exiled himself to Southern California, where he sold insurance for Daddy's corporation.
Well, he couldn't exactly live at home with Mother. Do you think it's true what they say about Elia and Rachel?
Senor.
How is the beef aging?
Beautifully. Now that you have installed a new freezing unit, we no longer have to process the private stock commercially.
Ronaldo, I've just been checking on the lions. They seemed hungry.
They are hungry.
We'll have Silverio feed them.
Silverio's gone for 3 days now.
Gone? Where?
Maybe he went back to Caracas. Or maybe he's just taking advantage of the long employment with you. But he has disappeared. And no one else is going to feed those panthers.
They're lions, Ronaldo.
They scare the herd.
I know. That's why we moved them near the house.
They also scare the workers, senor.
They're caged, aren't they? The men will just have to live with it.
With Silverio gone, who's going to feed them?
All right, Ronaldo, I'll feed them. It's going to be 37 for dinner tonight. Serve the best Argentine.
You must have the top dogs out today, senor.
The upper crust of the upper crust, Ronaldo.
Oh.
When you see him, say hello from me.
Mr. Webley, excuse me. Could I have a word with you, please?
I've got a court reserved tomorrow if you'd like to play.
Well, I'd love to, Sally, but I don't think I'm really in shape for singles.
You seen the shape she's in?
We're playing doubles. Besides, I think I can get you a really good partner.
Well, she's just as tenacious as ever, Commissioner.
Some might even say pushy.
What do you say, Walter?
Well, what time?
12 noon at the tennis club in town.
I'll be there.
Great.
Who have you got in mind for a partner?
You.
Some of us have to work for a living.
Yes, but everyone has to take time off lunch.
To eat lunch.
I'll bring you a peanut butter and honey sandwich from the house. You can't say no because I've already set Elia as the 4th. Besides, I think that playing with a pro might improve your game.
You know, you are pushy.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Commissioner.
All right, Spot. Let's go pay our respects to the host.
You've had your official notice, Mr. Hoffenstein. I don't wish to discuss the matter further. Sally.
Hello, Ewing.
Commissioner.
Nice party.
Thank you. You know, there was a time, Commissioner, when I thought that your lovely wife was going to be my daughter-in-law.
I think Walter needs a much younger woman, Ewing.
Don't we all?
How goes the fight against crime, Commissioner?
Oh, it has its ups and downs, Ewing.
Well, you know you can depend on my media to support you. Or do I read a complaint in there someplace, Stuart?
Well, your blood and gore headlines, Ewing.
They're a little tacky, Ewing.
Yeah.
Well, these are tacky times, Sally. But I'll see that they're muted, at least until the circulation goes down and my stockholders complain.
Ewing just loves people. We do this every weekend.
Would you excuse me a minute?
Elia, where are you going?
I'll be back in a moment. Enjoying yourself, Ted? What time does the plane leave tomorrow night for Tucson?
9:30. But there's no need for you to be on it now, is there?
What are you talking about?
don't think it makes any difference at all. Tomorrow's a whole new ballgame.
Dinner is ready, sir.
I'll have my wife join me at the table.
Yes, sir.
What is this? Some kind of police state you run here? You miserable lowlife. You are nothing but an ill-bred fascist.
That outburst just nails your coffin shut, my friend.
Please escort Mr. Astroff to his car.
Threaten to hurt the last of me, Webley. I'll sue you for everything you own. You can't get away with this.
Dinner is served.
I come to this country because here there is a sense of justice. Ha! That old man is a Nazi.
You play around with his wife and he's a Nazi? You're not making any sense.
I never touched Rachel.
Then you're even more stupid than I thought.
I do not want to talk to anyone.
Yes?
Hoffenstein, this is Ewing Webley. Is your client with you?
Just a moment, sir. It's Webley. He wants to talk.
Hang it up on him.
You want to play tennis for a living, or don't you?
This is Ilya Astrov.
If you can hold on to that temper of yours, maybe we can work things out.
I will try, Mr. Webley.
That's the beginning. Drive over to the main house. I'll be in the library. The butler will show you in.
He wants me to drive out there.
Well, that's good. You'll go.
He better not be playing any more games with me.
Ilya, that old man has been out playing guys like you all his life. Now, you will go out there and you will tell him that your relationship, or whatever you call it, with his wife is over. You will do it as nicely as you can, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky. Now, go on, get dressed.
I think I'll reread Gone with the Wind.
Well, that was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen.
What, my backhand?
No, you know. Ewing and Ilya.
You better not make any mistakes with your instructor. He'll come after you with a racket.
Don't bend your elbow on the follow-through.
Thank you,
I
Mildred.
didn't know you played tennis, Mildred.
Oh, well, I had to give it up. I couldn't see over the net.
Where are you going?
To bed.
In your coat?
I just came in.
Were you out?
Yes, with Sarah Jukes.
Oh, who is Sarah Jukes?
Sarah Jukes is in charge of the entire staff of Walter Webley's new townhouse.
Oh, townhouse. I like that word.
That's 2 words.
Well, she likes both of them. Commissioner, did you know that Sarah Jukes is the highest paid housekeeper in the Bay Area?
On the other hand, I'll give you better straight lines.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Say goodnight, Mildred.
Good night, Mildred.
See?
Mac, hurry up and change your clothes. We only have the courts for an hour.
Commissioner?
What's the matter, Mac?
Walter, I have some bad news for you, I'm afraid.
Huh?
It's about your father. He's dead.
How?
I don't know. Would you like to go out to the ranch with me?
I'd like to go too, Mac.
Fine. Where's he live?
I don't know, he's late.
I'll see you in the house, Sally.
Commissioner?
Sergeant Enright, this is Walter Webley.
Mr. Webley?
Sergeant.
Cause of death established yet?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Commissioner, the cause of death was the result of being eaten by lions. I wish there was a better way to say that.
Well, how can you be sure it was my father?
Well, we found a shoe, some personal belongings, and a few pieces of cloth, which the butler said were the clothes that your father wore last night.
It was an accident, wasn't it, Sergeant?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Well, do you know who did it?
No, sir.
Well, Commissioner, I suppose you'll give this your own special attention?
I intend to, Walter.
If you'll excuse me,
Walter, I wouldn't mention this to the press until we finish our investigation. A shoe, a piece of clothing? It's not very positive identification.
No, sir. I didn't want to mention it in front of the Sun.
You sound like you don't want to mention it in front of anybody.
Well, we found Mr. Webley's dentures, sir.
His dentures?
Yes, sir. The dentist has already verified them.
Well, who found them?
The foreman of the wrench. Do you know that Mr. Webley's teeth cost more than my mother's house?
Any idea how he ended up in the lion's cage?
Yes, sir. I think so. You notice the scuff marks in the sod? Well, it looks as if Mr. Webley was dragged all the way down here. Whether he was alive or dead, we don't know.
Why would the killer put him in a lion's cage?
So the lions could eat him, sir. Of course, if the killer was trying to make it look accidental, he didn't cover his tracks very well.
That's what I meant. It may be tougher to prove murder without a body, but how would the killer know that the lion would eat him beyond recognition?
Well, the person who looks after the lions was away for several days. Those lions were awfully hungry, sir. And according to the foreman, Mr. Webley himself was going to feed the lions last night.
Well, he did do that, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Oh. Now, you can see further signs of someone being dragged along here. See the shoe marks? And there are more marks up here, sir.
Have you talked to anyone in the house?
Well, the butler said he was up till a little after midnight when a Mr. Astroff arrived.
Astroff?
Yes, sir. Mr. Webley was expecting him.
The butler told you that?
Yes, sir. Mr. Webley told him to wait up until Astroff arrived and then show him into the library.
What have you got, Harrison?
Nothing much, sir. A splotch of blood on the chair. No weapon. Someone tried to make it look like there wasn't any struggle. But the blood hasn't been here more than 12 hours.
Hello, Commissioner.
Oh, Rachel. Rachel, this is Sergeant Enright. How do you do? What happened last night, Rachel, after we left?
I don't know. I knew Ewing was upset, so after the guests left, I went right to bed.
What was he upset about?
Me.
Because of Ilya?
I told Ewing it was nothing, but he wouldn't believe me.
Ilya came back here last night, Rachel.
I know. Clifford told me.
Clifford.
Our butler.
Did you hear anything unusual? An argument, perhaps?
I took 2 sleeping pills.
Yeah, what about you, Walter? Did you hear anything?
No, I didn't spend the night here last night. The vases. The vases are missing.
Those drab old things, Walter?
Those drab old things are Ming Dynasty and worth a small fortune. Rachel's idea of a work of art is a $1,000 bill.
You would never talk to me like that in front of your father.
Commissioner, I'm sure these vases were up there last night.
Yes, well, if you see anything else missing, Walter, why, be sure and report it to Sergeant Enright.
Excuse me, sir. When you have time, I'd like to go over this list of your employees with you.
Certainly. But you won't find the killer on that list.
Who did it, man?
The lions.
The lions? Who in their right mind would go into a lion cage?
The lion tamer would.
I said, who in their right minds?
What's the number of the tennis club?
555-7942.
749?
7942.
7942. Hello, this is Commissioner McMillan. Has Ilya Astrov come in yet? He hasn't. All right. Thank you. Didn't call, didn't show.
You don't think that Elia did it?
When I find him, I'll ask him.
He said he'd call me right after the meeting, but I haven't heard from him yet.
You're sure it was Ewing Webley on the phone?
I'm positive. I have a key. Ilya! Ilya? Well, he obviously did not sleep here last night.
He's obviously left in a hurry, too.
All the toilet articles are gone.
Wherever he went, he certainly didn't plan to play any tennis.
You know, I've never been to a funeral service in a crypt before.
Well, I think we can assume it's not the social event of the current season.
Mildred, would you wear this black one?
Me, never. Black's too depressing.
Well, I don't want to wear anything inappropriate.
I always like to put myself in the position of the deceased. In a manner of speaking, of course. I mean, if it was my funeral, I wouldn't like a lot of people standing around looking like they were going to a funeral.
What would you wear?
What kind of a man was Ewing Webley?
Strong, decisive, very rich.
How'd he like his women?
Young and beautiful.
Just once, I'd like to hear one of these titans of industry say that they like their women older, with lots of character.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, well, young and beautiful, huh? Here, how about this one? If I was Ewing Webley, I'd like to see you in this one.
Mildred, I can't wear that one.
Why not?
Well, this is the dress that I always wear on special occasions when I want to seduce Mac.
You need a special occasion to seduce him?
Yeah, like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
What about the other 3 days of the week?
He seduces me. Besides, there's 4 days, not 3. I've got it. What about this one?
Oh, yeah, I like it. Splits the difference. Tasteful but subdued.
My thoughts exactly.
Sally, let's get going. We'll be late to the crypt.
I'll be just another minute.
You're not going to wear that slinky thing to a crypt, are you?
What day is it?
24th.
Of the week.
Wednesday.
I'm going to wear this one.
Right. I'll be downstairs pacing.
What are those other 2 folds for?
One is for you, one is for me.
But we won't die for ages and ages. Poor Ewing. He's going to be alone for a long time. Look at Walter and Rachel. Well, they don't look very grief-stricken to me.
That's true.
Well, they could have done it just as well as Elia.
You're just prejudiced where green-eyed tennis pros are concerned.
Who has the most to gain by Ewing's death?
Probably Walter or Rachel. But the fact that they're not overcome with grief doesn't make them capable of murder.
You never can tell.
And it was your friend Astroff who was taken about her.
Well, he's probably scared.
Oh.
Hi, Mrs.
What's up,
McMillan.
Charlie?
Hi, Sergeant.
Well, I came over, sir, because the foreman filed a missing persons report on one of the workers, and I thought I ought to talk to him.
Well, why don't you take the car? I'll go with Charlie.
All right. Any word on Ilya yet?
No, ma'am. A couple of people phoned in that they saw him, but it didn't check out.
Don't forget the M&N Béarnaise sauce.
I thought that cooking school of yours taught you to make your own.
Oh, they do. You try and try until you get it just right. Then you go out and find somebody that does it better than you do.
M&N.
M&N. Now, if you find Ilya, be nice to him. I'm sure he didn't do it. See you later.
She sounds positive.
Well, you don't give up a good tennis pro without a struggle.
Ah, Senor Martinez. Oh, Sergeant, how do you do? May I present Commissioner McMillan?
Well, senor.
Commissioner, I was going to call you to cancel the missing persons report.
Oh, he showed up then?
A letter arrived from Sevilla this morning.
From Caracas. I don't speak Spanish.
He says he was homesick for his family, and he apologizes for not quitting properly and wants to thank the patron for the many years of employment. He also says that he's very happy where his nieces and nephews can take good care of him.
Then may I keep that? I'll have missing persons remove his name from their lists.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Senor Martinez, did you see anything, or did any of the people around here see anything unusual the night of the murder?
Well, do you know of anyone who might have wanted Mr. Webley dead?
Mr. Webley had what my people call pundonor, a man with courage who's not afraid to use his hands. He never forgot his common origins. No, he had no enemies among the workers.
Well, if you think of anything unusual, why, please call us.
Be glad to.
Get over to probate. See what you can find out about the Webley estate. What do you mean he won't cooperate? What do I have to do? Come down there myself? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that two goons dragged this guy out of a restaurant, haul him out into a parking lot, set fire to his pants, and he won't press charges? Oh, family quarrel, I see. Sure. Well, don't let him go. I don't care. Dance that lawyer around for an hour until I come down and talk to him. Okay. Hiya.
What was that all about? Anyway, Mac, I came down to see if you'd like to take me to lunch. I know this charming little Slavic restaurant that's run by a man named Mr.
Borovich?
How did you know? Anyway, I thought we could get a delicious lunch and then maybe sit and talk to him for a little while.
About Ilya Astroff?
Well, yes.
Well, no, because I'm going to do it, not you.
But, Mac,
Don't butt me. And you know I'm having lunch with the mayor.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot.
So you thought you'd just mosey down here and see if I'd spoken to Borovich yet.
You know I never meddle.
Well, what do you call it?
Contributing.
Sally, love of my life, please, stay out of this one. It's too dangerous, too difficult, and I don't want to have to worry about you.
Mac, Mr. Borovich and Ilya are very, very close. Besides, you know how those Middle European men can be, very charming and evasive. They're not going to tell you a thing.
Whereas you...
Whereas I, with my infinite charm and innocent demeanor, could wring information out of a store window dummy.
Then go window shopping on your lunch hour and stay away from Borovich.
Mac!
Sally!
You know you can be very forceful when you want to be. Must be the power of the office.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
I'm not flattering you. I'm extremely impressed.
Stop. I'm getting a swelled head. I'll see you at home.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Do give my best to the mayor.
I will. And Sally?
Yes.
No Borovich.
Mac,
Yeah?
I love you. Mr. Borovich, I'm a friend of Ilya Astroff, and he told me that you're the very best friend that he has in this country.
He's like a son, but he has much to learn. The stories in the news sadden me.
You don't think that Ilya is capable of murder?
I think there is a breaking point in every man that should not be tested.
Would you have him call me?
I don't know where he is.
Mr. Borovich, he's in trouble. I'm sure he's gonna contact you.
He hasn't contacted me.
If he does, will you tell him to call my husband and give himself up? Please?
I could try to persuade him. But Ilya is a man who makes his own decisions.
Tell him that my husband is a fair man, that he won't be railroaded or anything like that.
I'm sure your husband is just. A woman always reflects the character of the man she lives with.
That works both ways, you know.
Ah, yes. These are modern times. In my house, a woman is not allowed to smoke.
Good for you, it's a nasty habit.
Mrs. McMillan, I am like a godfather to the Slavic people in the city. I'll pass you words along.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. We've got to stop meeting like this.
Let me see your badge.
What badge?
Looking for a fugitive from justice requires a badge, Mrs.
Uh-huh. We're down to that, are we? What are you doing here anyway, man?
Looking for a fugitive. Sally, I told you I wanted to talk to Mr. Borovich. I asked you not to.
Since you were supposed to be having lunch with the mayor, I thought you might get tied up and you'd appreciate the help.
Well, I did have lunch with the mayor.
How is he anyway?
Oh, fine. He's... What did Borovich say?
He says he doesn't know where Ilya is.
You're sure?
Yes, Mr. Borovich wouldn't lie to me, Mac.
Oh, I see. Whatever Mr. Borovich tells you, that's it.
Intuition, Mac.
It's the same intuition that tells you that Astrov is not the killer, huh?
He's a killer, all right, on the tennis courts. Only, watch out.
Taking up tennis, Charlie.
This is a beautiful racket, sir. Is it new?
Sally gave it to me. She thinks I ought to get out more.
Well, she's got a very good point, sir. A healthy body is a happy body.
A healthy body is a happy body. Got it. Any leads on Astrov?
Not really, sir. I had breakfast with Pinson. He's an investigator over at probate.
What do you have?
1 egg, 3 minutes. 2 slices of bacon, crisp.
What information did he have?
Oh, well, according to him, the Webley Corporation was up to its eyebrows in debt to the banks.
Oh?
And by the time the government takes its cut out of the estate, there's not going to be anything left. Commissioner, will you tell me how a man with $1 million goes broke?
He spends $1.5 million.
Well, I guess that's what he did. Pinson says that the corporation was always one loan ahead of bankruptcy.
Anything illegal?
No, sir. Nothing that's been established. But the money that was borrowed from the banks didn't always go back into the businesses. A lot of it ended up with the Webley Charity Foundation.
Tax exemption?
Yes, sir.
All right, I want you to check that foundation out. Find out where the money went, who authorized what, and anything else you can find.
Right away, sir.
Charlie?
Oh.
Oh, that sounds lovely, dear. Yeah, but I'll have to check my calendar. Hold on for a moment, all right? Just a minute. Oh, it's great. Yes, dinner tonight will be lovely. Where should we meet? At the restaurant. All right, fine. See you later. Bye-bye.
Mildred, was that for me?
Nope, was for me. Sarah Jukes wants to take me to dinner tonight.
Oh.
Told her I'd have to check with you first, though.
Oh, that's fine with me. I didn't know what we were going to serve for dinner tonight anyway. I just thought I'd get Mac to take me out.
Oh, good, because actually I did accept. But I would cancel if you wanted me to.
No, that's fine. Where's she going to take you?
I know someplace I never heard of. Le Peterman?
Le Peterman? Mildred, that's the most exclusive French restaurant in all of San Francisco. You have to wait days to get reservations there.
Well, Sarah's very well connected.
You can say that again.
Oh, I guess I'll have to dress up. wonder what I should wear.
Why don't you wear that cute little dress with the beige stripes?
No, Sarah says stripes makes me look chunky. I think I'll stick with the polka dots, you know?
Mildred, I don't want to rain on your parade. But did it ever occur to you that Sarah might be buttering you up just to pump you about Mac's investigation?
Sarah is too well-bred for that.
I just don't want you to be disappointed.
No, I'll tell you why I think Sarah likes me, because I'm all the things she's not. Good sense of humor.
Refreshingly candid.
Unaffected.
Honest.
Oh, yeah, that too. Oh, I tell you, Mrs. McMillan, I'm really kind of just too marvelous for words.
And so modest.
Aha, most of all, that. Well, I hate to stop this conversation, but I have to go bathe in unguents and oils.
Unguents and oils?
I'm gonna shower, Kitty.
Look, whatever the problems are, we'll confront them. Yes. Yes, of course. I want no unnecessary delays. Just get this through probate as fast as possible. I don't want to be tied up with this thing forever. Right. That's right. Goodbye.
It's not only unfair, Walter. It's not possible.
$500 a week is a lot of money. You get to keep all your diamonds and furs.
Maybe for 1 or 2 days, but 1 week.
That's all he left.
I just can't believe it. 6 of the best years in a girl's life I gave to that. He reaches out to me even from the grave. It's downright rude.
Did you really think that Ewing was going to leave everything he worked for to a Vegas chorus girl and a tennis pro? Everything my father controlled was like a toy to him. He left all his toys to his son. Simple as that.
You know, Walter, your father used to think that I was the most glistening toy of all.
Third District, Sergeant Halliday.
Halliday. This is Comparini.
Yeah, Paul, what is it?
My place. He hit me. The tennis guy.
Hey, Camperini, you still there? We're on our way. Camperini.
Astroph.
Get me Sergeant Enright.
He was shot once in the back, sir, but he lived long enough to phone the police.
You're sure his final word was Astroff?
Sergeant Halliday has a tape of all incoming calls at his desk, sir.
Oh,
that phone will be dusted for prints. There's one thing that doesn't make sense. What was Ilya Astroff doing here?
Ming Dynasty vases.
That is very good, sir. But how would he know that this particular antique dealer was also a fence?
Well, Comparini hung out with the Jack set, didn't he? They're the ones who can afford these things.
Well, they match what's in this picture, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Astroff's got running money now.
Check with immigration, his visa status, any new applications. Probably got enough money now to get himself a new passport and a new appearance to match. Ewing had good taste.
What do you do with them?
Well, you look at them.
Well, they don't do anything for me.
Think how much money they cost.
Yeah. Yes. That helps.
Hi.
Hi.
How was your day?
Horrible.
Mine too. My backhand has completely disappeared. I don't know why I even go out in the courts. It's so embarrassing. Then after that disaster, I had lunch with Gertrude Engelbach. You know her. She works with the charity. She suggested that we go over and see the Giacometti exhibit. We had to stand in line for so... How did you say your day was?
Oh, horrible.
You really mean that, don't you?
Would I ever lie to you?
Oh, what happened?
An antique dealer was murdered today in North Beach. Paul Comparini. Guess what his last word was? Astrov.
Ilya?
You know those missing vases from Ewing's library? They were in Comparini's safe.
Well, it looks like Ilya has murdered 2 people, doesn't it?
Anything's still possible.
It is? Maybe you'd be interested in what I found out today.
Have you been snooping around again?
Just a little bit. Ilya's manager has a policy with Lloyd's of London that pays him $500,000 if Ilya, through death or injury, can't play tennis.
How'd you find that out?
Gertrude Engelback's husband wrote up the policy.
That's a nifty-looking dress, Mildred. Where are you going?
Out to dinner with Sarah Jukes.
Oh, yes, the highest-paid housekeeper in the Bay Area.
She makes enough money to take her friends to very classy restaurants.
What about our dinner?
Oh, that's taken care of. I'm cooking dinner tonight.
Yes, another one of her gourmet delights. Enjoy.
The last gourmet delight was a nut casserole dipped in goat butter.
Yes, and you know how much you like that one? You're gonna like the one I've got cooking even more.
What is it?
Well, you've never had it before. Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake béarnaise.
I have an idea. Why don't you and Mildred have rattlesnake béarnaise for lunch tomorrow, and meanwhile, why don't we go out for dinner tonight?
You think so? Only take me a minute to get dressed.
Rattlesnake béarnaise?
Good night, Commissioner.
Oh, good evening, Dante.
How do you do, Miss Jukes? Hello. Your table is ready. Would you follow me, please?
Yes, thank you very much.
This way, please.
Come along, Mildred. Thank you.
There you are, madame.
Thank you. Oh, no. We'll start off with the vichyssoise. Then the filet, English cut. Medium rare. And the asparagus with just a pinch of lemon.
Pinch of lemon. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Mildred, there's much concerning life and relationships with employers that you have to relearn.
Where do I begin?
With your hair.
My hair? What's that got to do with working for the McMillans?
We must find a new image for you. One that creates more, detachment.
Well, I'm game to try anything once.
Tell me, Mildred, what are your duties with the McMillans?
Oh, just about everything. I'm sort of jack of all trades in the household.
Really? Your obligations should be clearly defined.
Well, what's to define about a dust rag on a grocery list?
Oh, I never pick up a dust cloth.
No kidding. How do you manage that?
I have a staff of 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, things are a little different at the McMillans. We keep it pretty informal.
Yes, I'm beginning to realize that. Oh, you're too familiar with them, Mildred. Don't you see? Once you allow that to happen, it's extremely difficult to get a raise. Instead, they give you, affection.
Oh, well, to tell you the truth, Sarah, I'll settle for affection any old day.
Well, as long as you have such a familiar relationship with them, you might want to pass on a bit of information.
Such as?
That if your employer does not cease hounding my employer, then my employer is going to pillory your employer in his various media.
Wow. The commissioner's never been pilloried there before.
Oh, this is no time for levity, Mildred.
Well, in that case, you can pass this along. My employer is not afraid of your employer, and he intends to do everything he has to do in order to solve this case, no matter who's involved.
How unprofessional of you.
Yeah, well, different strokes for different folks, Sarah.
How is the Vichyssoise?
A little heavy on the Vichy or the Soise, but I haven't figured it out yet.
If you discharge that many men, senor, there will not be enough hands.
It'll work out, Ronaldo. We're getting out of the beef business and the game preserve business. It's just too expensive to operate. Comprendes?
I will give the men their notice.
Fine.
What's Walter so hot under the collar about?
He wants his Ming vases back.
What about immigration?
Well, there's no record of Astrov having used his Yugoslavian passport to leave the country. I'd say the odds are he's still around.
Well, I didn't say he's still in the city.
Oh, we keep checking planes, buses, trains, car rentals, etc. There's no trace.
Put a tail on Hoffenstein, Mrs. Webley, and Walter. And Borovich.
If you don't mind, sir, I'll take Mrs. Webley myself.
Your father always wanted to know how the men were doing personally.
I am more concerned with operating this place efficiently. Comprendes? That'll be all, Martinez.
Senor? Well, Walter? I came out here personally to ask your permission.
Did you bring the vases?
No, there's still evidence in a murder case. You'll get them soon enough.
What about Mr. Ostrov?
Nothing.
Did you check the North Beach area?
We sure did.
He's already killed 2 people and you can't find him. That doesn't speak very well for the police, does it, Commissioner?
I'm not so sure he murdered the antique dealer.
You've got the dying man's voice on a tape implicating Ostrov, and you're not sure?
If the dying man made a phone call to the police and then died, he'd leave prints. There were no fingerprints on the telephone.
Maybe the killer came back and wiped the prints off.
You mean Ilya?
I mean the killer, Walter.
Sure. The murderer kills the antique dealer and then leaves the room. The antique dealer drags himself to the telephone, makes the phone call, dies. Then the killer comes back and wipes the prints off the telephone.
Doesn't sound right, does it?
Not even close.
Well, I'm off to town. You have a nice day. Is everything all right, Walter?
Goodbye, Rachel.
Isn't he adorable?
There's a simple but embarrassing explanation, Commissioner. The police arrive, and under the pressure of the moment, they use the antique dealer's phone to call the lab men. Then the unthinking police officer realizes he goofed, wipes his fingerprints and everything else off the phone.
That's possible.
I don't understand. You're the commissioner of police, and you're just about the only one in this town who does not believe that Astrov killed my father.
I'm just not as sure as everyone else. Your father was a powerful man. There's an awful lot of people who would like to see him dead.
So you're the reason that the estate is being held up in probate?
No, the reason is the law. A corporation just can't borrow money from the banks to transfer it to charity foundations. Banks loan money to businesses, not charities.
So what do you intend to do? Drag the Webley name through the courts to keep the wolves off your back?
I'm simply trying to find the murderer of your father.
And what are you wasting your time out here for?
Because I came out here personally to ask your permission to go through the Webley books.
No, not a chance.
We'll get a court order.
You allow a man known to millions of television viewers to slip through your fingers, so now you're on a fishing expedition to hide your incompetence? Humiliating, isn't it? Oh, and by the way, isn't Sally a friend of Astrov's?
She is. She's also a friend of yours.
Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
You don't really believe that.
It can be made to look that way. The Webley media has been kind to you up until now, Commissioner.
Cannot kindness. Come in, Enright, wherever you are.
Yes, Commissioner. I'm on a stakeout at the Webley residence here in the city.
I take it the beautiful widow's inside.
That she is, sir.
Good. What about the others?
Well, they're under surveillance, too.
All right, I'll be at home. And add Walter to your list.
Will do. Commissioner, have a very pleasant evening.
Hi, Sergeant.
Evening, ma'am.
Isn't this a coincidence, running into you like this?
Well, I was just going to stop and have a bite to eat.
Oh, Sergeant, there isn't a restaurant within 10 blocks of here.
Oh, well, I've got a little bit of dinner in here.
Oh, it looks awful.
Not really. Chocolate milk, sardine sandwich.
You know, you're just not sneaky enough to make a good cop. Am I a suspect or something?
Well, ma'am, to tell you the truth, I have orders to keep my eye on you.
Is that going to be a little difficult with you out here and me in there?
Well, I mean, an eye on the apartment.
Do you want to kill two birds with one stone?
Ma'am?
Keep an eye on me and the apartment.
Ma'am?
You are going to be out here watching the apartment all night, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm afraid so.
Well, then why did you come inside? I'm not going out.
Well, that's highly irregular.
But it's just awful if you have to stay out here all night.
Well, I have to agree with you on that.
Well, then don't be silly. Come on in. Come on. Here we are, Sergeant.
Thank you. Uh-oh. I'm afraid I can't eat those pastries. I'll bloat up right here on the spot.
Oh, you can't be on a diet all the time.
Well, I am, though. You know, it's really bad. I mean, if I so much as walk by a bakery, I gain weight.
What a shame. Oh, it's so muggy. I think I'll go take a shower. Go ahead, watch television if you like.
Oh, can I use your telephone?
Sure.
This is Sergeant Enright. I can be reached at 555-8787. Right, thank you.
Oh, Mildred.
Oh, hi, Commissioner. Want a snack?
What is it?
Leftover rattlesnake Bernays.
With or without the venom? It tastes suspiciously like tuna fish to me.
Gee, I wouldn't know. You'll have to take that up with the missus.
Where's she?
She wants you to pick her up at the tennis club. She's hanging around there waiting for a game.
That's all I need to be married to a tennis club.
Right.
Enjoy the snake, Mildred, but be careful of the fangs.
Sweet.
With the Secretary of State due back in Washington on Tuesday. Locally, police continue their search for professional tennis player Ilya Astrov, wanted in connection with the murders of Ewing Webley and antique dealer Paul Comparini. We have received word, although it's unconfirmed at this time, that Police Commissioner Stuart McMillan is continuing to look for other suspects. This despite the substantial evidence pointing at Astrov. We'll have all the sports for you after this message.
Hello, this is Commissioner McMillan. I'd like to talk to Sergeant Enright. Can you put me through on this line, please? Yes, I'll wait.
In hockey, the Wings took the Blaze 3-1. The Hawks edged the Rangers 4-3, and the Canadiens blitz LA 8-0. In NBA action, the Lakers edged the Warriors 117. That's the Lakers' fourth in a row, and it puts them back into a tie for first place. And for the Warriors, they haven't beaten the Lakers now their last 5 tries. That goes back to the last month of last season.
This is Webley,
In other action, Portland walloped the Bucks 123-99. New York devastated Boston 106-92. Cincinnati squeaked by Baltimore 105-104 in overtime. And Chicago routed Philadelphia 109-104. Submissions 145 the third round. Their scheduled 10-rounder tonight. Now that's it in sports.
Hello, Sergeant Enright here.
How is everything, Charlie?
Sir?
You keeping a close watch on Rachel?
Well, sir,
Something wrong, Charlie?
I lost her, sir.
Something's wrong, Charlie.
I would say so. Yes, sir. She said that she was going to go take a shower, and then...
You can relax. Rachel's here at the tennis club playing with Sally.
Well, why would she go and pull a stunt like that?
Fun and games. Maybe you better watch Walter instead. At least with him, you won't fall for that old shower routine.
Yes, sir. Now you know why I never went in for vice work.
Now I know.
All right, it's my ad.
Oh. Why do I play with you? That was a nice game.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Mrs. Webley?
Yes?
There's a phone call for you.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, Mac.
That bad, huh?
Hello, Commissioner.
Rachel,
Do you know that she beat me? Do you believe it?
where's she going?
I don't know. She's gonna take the 4th phone call that she's had with one set.
Very popular widow.
I thought I could beat her. I almost did beat her. You know, there's a lot more to Rachel than meets the eye.
I think Enright might agree with that statement.
Did she beat him too?
More or less.
You know, at first she comes on with that sort of dumb image, but after a while you find out that she's a very self-sufficient girl underneath.
Well, goodbye, you two.
Don't you want to play another set?
Oh, I can't. I've just been invited to go to a party. I think it's best I start going out again. But I'll be home all next week. Why don't you give me a call? We'll play.
Okay.
Bye, Commissioner.
Bye, Rachel.
Well, there's a new little Italian place just opened across the street. You want to give it a try?
That certainly beats your rattlesnake offer, but I think I'll see you at home. Do you mind?
Where are you going?
Well, I think she's just as smart as you think she is. This is Commissioner McMillan. Get me Sergeant Enright.
Mac, you're gonna have to be more careful. Whoever tried to kill you could try again, you know.
I must be getting close.
To who? Whom? Walter? Rachel?
You're forgetting Ilya Astrov.
Somebody else could have done it, you know.
Yeah, like who? Who?
You were right the first time. Ted Hoffenstein, you're forgetting him.
You'll blame anyone but Astrov.
Well, it is true that my backhand has been deteriorating since he left.
You think Hoffenstein framed Astrov?
Could be.
I don't. His policy doesn't pay off on any criminal acts by Astrov. Only death or injury.
Well, that's good, because I'm having lunch with Ted tomorrow at the tennis club in town.
What does he want to have lunch with you for?
He just called a little while ago to make the date. If nothing else, maybe he could recommend a new tennis instructor.
Commissioner McMillan? Sergeant?
Mrs. Webley in?
Yes, she is. Would you like to come in?
Yep.
I'm afraid we are a bit disorganized today. The estate auditors just seem to be everywhere.
Mrs. Webley sleep here last night?
Yes, she did. She's having her breakfast out on the veranda.
Would you tell her I'd like to see her, please?
Certainly, sir.
Commissioner? Will you look at these paintings?
What about them?
I may be ill.
Why? Some of these are quite beautiful.
But look at the prices on these.
Well, great art's become big business, Charlie.
You're telling me. Well, now, take this picture, sir.
Picasso.
What do you think of it?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, to this beholder, this woman here, it is a woman, isn't it?
Well, yes, I think so.
Well, this woman looks like a hard-boiled Easter egg.
Well, at $150,000 appraised value, I'd like to have it in my Easter basket.
Well, confidentially, sir, I wouldn't give you a nickel for it.
Is that a firm offer to the estate?
Oh, excuse me. No, I was just offering a personal opinion.
You strike me, young man, as someone whose tastes run more to those clowns with the weepy eyes.
Well, I may not know much about art.
But he knows what he likes.
Commissioner? Yes. Mrs. Webley will see you out on the veranda.
Thank you.
Oh, sir? Well, I'm a little embarrassed about last night, sir. So...
Oh, you want to wait here?
If you don't mind.
No.
Good morning.
Hello, Rachel.
Would you care for some coffee?
What kind of games do you have in store for us today?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Tell that sergeant that I thought it was the fun thing to do at the time.
Where did you go last night?
To a party.
Where?
A yacht.
Whose yacht?
Some rich young thing. Adrian Perry's his name. You sure you don't want some coffee?
Positive. Where's Astrov?
He hasn't contacted me. Honest, you really are mad, aren't you?
You damned right I am. Somebody tried to run me off a cliff. I don't like that. It clutters up my day. So tell us what you know and save yourself a lot of grief.
All I know is that my husband's dead, and a very attractive young acquaintance is missing.
Mm-hmm. And what do you make of all that? Did the very attractive acquaintance do in your husband as we're all led to believe?
I don't think so. At least I didn't think so until that antique dealer was shot.
If it was Astrov, why would he try to run me off a cliff?
Maybe it was an accident.
Yeah, accident.
Listen, when you see that sergeant, you tell him I think he's cute in a kinky sort of way.
Good afternoon, Commissioner.
You know you are cute. In a kinky sort of way.
Thank you, sir.
Anything yet on Astrov?
No, sir, but some very interesting facts on Walter Webley. Let me see if I can get this straight now. Okay. Now, for the past 3 months, each time the bank loans were transferred to the tax-exempt foundation, young Webley flew into Venezuela, and he deposited the money there.
How much involved?
$10 million.
10 million? Get a court order. I want to see those books.
Well, you've really gone to a lot of trouble. You don't really think I killed my father, do you?
There's $10 million missing, Walter.
No, not missing, Commissioner. Just invested. South America, the interest rates are higher there.
Your idea, your father's?
My father's. It's all documented. He wanted as many funds as possible funneled through the foundation.
I see. So that if the Webley companies go under, the money from the Webley Foundation can't be touched.
Well, that's the way it goes on the corporate battlefields. There's nothing illegal about it.
Unless a conspiracy to defraud the bank can be proved.
Well, you'll have to admit that's not likely, since the conspiracy, if it did exist, did so solely in the mind of my father. He's dead.
Oh, what is the money invested in?
Condominiums in Caracas.
In Caracas. How nice. See you, Walter.
Sergeant.
Enright, what do you make of it?
Well, sir, if he knew his father's conglomerate was collapsing, and he wanted to grab some money off of a sinking ship, but his father found out about it, that certainly is a motive, sir.
That would mean he'd have to stash the money in South America instead of investing it. I'll see what I can find out. I'll call somebody in Caracas.
Commissioner, what if it's invested properly, like Walter says?
That would mean Astrov remains #1 on our list.
Mrs. McMillan, I got a special delivery letter from Ilya yesterday.
Where is he?
I believe he's still in the city. He heard that you were looking for him, and he asked me to talk to you.
Teddy should give himself up.
I think he may have that in mind, actually. He wants to see your husband tonight at Borovich's restaurant.
He wants to see Mac?
At midnight, he will see that the front door is left unlocked. I suppose he's afraid that the police themselves might just start shooting. Mrs. McMillan, maybe...
Ted, you don't think that Ilya killed Ewing, do you?
I have tried for years to persuade tennis fans that Edith's outbursts are part of the promotion. But they are, I'm afraid, the real thing. And when a grown man like that has tantrums, well, somebody can get killed.
gets more charming every day.
What does it say?
Mildred?
Yes.
It's not Mildred.
Well, it's not Mata Hari, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Don't you like it, Mac?
Well, I can't see your face.
That's okay. I can't see yours either.
Listen to this. Does the commissioner seek sensational mileage out of the Webley name in his bid to become the next governor?
Governor? I didn't know you wanted to be governor.
You didn't, so... Why, Mac, I thought you told Sergeant Enright everything.
Well, not everything, Sally. It isn't that I want to be governor. It's just that Sally wants to be first lady.
Let me see the signed Walter Webley. I'm going to speak to Sarah Jukes about this. Can I have this?
With pleasure. Was that really Mildred?
I don't know. It sounded like her.
Charlie, you look like you have tired blood. Is that Diet or Rachel?
Rachel. She moves around an awful lot, sir. In fact, I think she's preparing to meet with Astroff.
What makes you think that?
She picked up a renewed passport today.
Where is she now?
Back at her apartment.
Anyone on stakeout?
Yeah, I got a relief man till morning. I can sure use the sleep.
Yeah, well, you better get as much as you can.
Thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome, Sergeant. Good night.
I have a hunch Rachel's going to be much more active.
You know, Commissioner, this whole case is beginning to get very strange.
It's been strange from the beginning.
Are you really going to run for governor?
Well, Charlie, if the people insist, I have no choice. Now for a nice, quiet evening at home. Where shall we start?
I think you might want to start by reading this.
What took you so long?
Well, I wanted to wait for Sergeant Enright to leave.
You're not thinking of going there without me.
Oh, no. I've been adequately warned.
Are you sure this is on the up and up?
Well, if it isn't, why would Ilya want to see you?
Door locked?
Matt, maybe we should...
If anything goes wrong, call Enright.
You think you're gonna need that gun?
I hope not. Ilya?
Get me Sergeant Enright. Oh, Mac.
Do you know how much it hurts to be hit over the head with whatever it was I was hit over the head with? It's the most unredeeming experience of all time.
It's all my fault.
Your fault.
Well, I was wrong about Elia. We should have called the police.
I am the police.
Commissioner, it's not the same thing. Hi, Sergeant.
Commissioner? How you feeling?
My head hurts.
His head hurts.
I'm also getting an echo.
Well, at least you got your man.
My man?
His man?
There it is again.
Astroff, sir.
What are you talking about?
Well, we also found his body in the restaurant. You shot him.
No, I didn't.
Well, I'm afraid you did, sir. The bullet was fired from your gun at a very close range.
I didn't shoot anybody.
Well, I had a hard time believing it, sir, but it was your bullet in Elia's body, and there were no other wounds.
All right. Somebody hit me over the head, took my gun, and shot him.
Who, Mac?
I don't know.
You know, sir, downtown, everybody thinks this is all over. They've taken surveillance off of everybody. So I'd better gear it up again.
No, the case is officially closed. Leave it that way.
What about unofficially, sir?
Do you think you could keep an eye on Rachel?
What? Yes, I can. I've learned my lesson, sir. Believe me, she won't suspect a thing.
You don't think that Rachel killed Ewing, do you, Mac?
No, she couldn't have. At least not alone. But she might lead us to whoever did it. Who took that call from Comparini?
Halliday, down at the North Beach district.
See if we can get him over here.
Third District, Sergeant Halliday?
Halliday, this is Comparini.
Yeah, Paul, what is it?
My place. He hit me. The tennis guy.
Hey, Camperini, you still there? We're on our way. Camperini!
Astroff.
Are you sure that voice was Comparini's?
Well, sir, when I was on street patrol, I got to know him pretty well. I thought I recognized his voice when I answered the call, but, you know, it's so whispery and so gasping. No, sir, I cannot state positively, Commissioner.
What time did the call come in?
3:30 p.m. on the 7th.
If Comparini were already dead when he supposedly telephoned you, that could explain why there were no fingerprints on the telephone.
Mac, I'm getting confused.
Well, what if somebody killed Comparini, then telephoned the police pretending he was Comparini?
Ah, someone who wanted you to think that Elia was the killer.
Right. And who wanted us to think that Elia was still on the run. But what if Elia were already dead?
Mac, he was at Borovich's last night.
His body was.
Mac, if Elia had been dead that long, the coroner would have spotted it last night.
Not if it were carefully preserved.
There'd still be two wounds, the original and the one from your gun.
Not if the killer took my gun and shot him in exactly the same place.
Oh. Back to the question of preserving the body.
How often does Mildred go to the market?
I don't know, once a week. Once every 2 weeks, why?
And what does she do with the meat that she doesn't cook right away?
Well, she puts it in the Ewing's freezer.
Thank you, Halliday. You've been of great help.
Thank you, sir.
We're shutting it down next week, as soon as the last of the beef is shipped.
Be sure and get as many blood samples as possible.
We're doing that now, sir.
What happened to your new hairdo?
Oh, I'm too familiar to be distant.
Oh. Is this steak or is it kangaroo or something?
Well, if it's kangaroo, I'm swearing out a warrant against the butcher.
I'll get it. You eat the kangaroo. McMillan residence.
She used to just say hello.
I think that's the lingering influence of Sarah Jukes.
Oh, yeah.
It's the lab. I'll tell them to call
I'll
back,
take it.
okay?
No, I'll take it. Yeah. Oh, only one, huh? All right. Thank you.
What was that?
They found human blood in the meat freezer.
Was it Ilya's?
It's the same type.
Should never have gotten mixed up with Rachel at all. It's what Sarah's been saying from the beginning.
All this time he was supposedly on the run. He was hanging like a side of beef in the meat freezer.
Why'd they stash him away in there?
To preserve the body.
Ugh.
Then bringing it out at the proper time so the police could find their fugitive.
Since you were getting close, you were the ideal candidate to be set up to shoot Ilya.
Correct. Whoever did it naturally assumed I would close the case.
Then the same person that killed Ewing also killed Ilya.
Probably.
Mac, do you think that Rachel and Walter...
I'm expecting a long-distance phone call.
Yeah, hello.
So much for Sarah Jukes.
Who do we know in Caracas?
That's the phone call. I'll take it. Hello? Yes. Yes, this is he. No, operator, I want to talk to the president of the Venezuela National Bank. Yes, I'll wait. Hello, Senor Presidente. Yes, did you find the information I wanted? Oh, you did? Then it is a joint bank account. That's what I thought. Yes, well, thank you. Muchas gracias. Yes, I should. Yes. Yes, I will, sir. Thank you. Goodbye.
You should what?
Learn to speak Spanish. A $10 million A $10 million joint bank account registered to the Silverio Gonzalez Land Development Company, payable to Mr. and or Mrs. Silverio Gonzalez.
Silverio Gonzalez. That's the worker that went back to South America, isn't it?
The worker who allegedly went back to South America.
Car 36.
36, and right here.
Sergeant, I have the commissioner on the line. I'm patching him through.
Go ahead.
Charlie,
Yes, sir.
where are you?
Well, I'm right outside the mansion, sir. Rachel Webley drove onto the grounds about 40 minutes ago.
I'm coming right now, Sergeant. Call me on the car phone if she leaves.
Yes, sir. 10-4.
What's funny?
I always feel silly, sir, when I say 10-4.
How about 5-2?
Goodbye, sir. 5-2.
Are you here? What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
It's all coming together.
You're kidding. Tell me.
Can't. Gotta run.
You're gonna run? Leave me in the dark?
Mm-hmm.
Mac, take me in the car. Explain it to me on the way.
No chance.
Mac!
N-O.
Commissioner?
And I'm not taking you either.
I was just going to say, when you're right, you're right.
Why, thank you, Mildred. And you're a wise, rational, mature woman. Tell you later.
You're a wise, rational, mature woman. You're a wise, rational, mature fink.
Commissioner.
Evening, Clifford. Mrs.
Good
Webley
evening.
in?
No, sir. You just missed her. Her car is gone.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you.
You're quite welcome. Good evening.
Evening. The
butler says she's left.
Impossible. I would have seen her go.
Only if she used the front gates. There's 1,000 acres here. She could have used the service road. Let's go. There. Isn't that her car?
Yes, sir, but what's it doing at the crypt?
Well, let's find out.
Ooh, I was afraid of that.
Afraid it was open?
No, that it would creak. It scares the hell out of me, if you must know, sir.
Me too.
Who is it? Webley. That's impossible, sir. Those lions. I mean, he's supposed to be in there or whatever left of him. Commissioner, an airplane?
I'll drive.
Is there any law on a person going up in their own airplane?
No, but there's a law of murdering a person.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just found Ewing's body. I know all about the money in Caracas, the investments in the Severio Gonzalez Development Corporation in both your names. Walter delivered it for you, and he didn't even know anything about it, did he?
No.
Put the gun away.
Ewing used him the way he used everybody.
Commissioner, I still don't understand about Mr. Webley's body in the crypt.
He was alive the whole time. That is, until a few minutes ago. He persuaded Silverio Gonzalez to impersonate him, didn't he?
Yes. He dressed Silverio up in his own clothes and sat him behind the desk in the library.
And killed him. Then when Astroff came in, he saw him slumped over in the chair, dead, and he panicked. But he didn't get very far. Who shot him, Rachel? You?
Ewing. He planned the whole thing.
He certainly underestimated you. He never would have guessed you'd have killed him.
I could have had all of it. All $10 million. Plus my freedom.
Pretty Rachel. Let's go.
who sold those vases to the antique dealer?
Rachel. Then Ewing killed him and called the police.
Boy, she had us on a wild goose chase the whole time, sir.
It was his idea to make us think that she was in on it with Astroff.
Well, who tried to run you off the cliff?
Ewing. I didn't think Astroff killed the antique dealer. I told that to Rachel. She told it to Ewing, and he tried to kill me.
Now, the only thing I don't understand, sir, is about the money.
He invested it in the Silverio Gonzalez Development Company. Then, having assumed the identity of Gonzalez, he could pull out of Caracas anytime he wanted with the money and Rachel and live happily ever after.
Oh.
Got that?
No.
Oh.
But I'll sleep on it, sir.
We'll go over to get the board.
Okay. Thanks for the coffee, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, Commissioner? Do you really think I'm cute?
Rachel told me to tell you.
Oh. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Harvey, is anybody looking for a game?
Not that I know of, Mrs. McMillan.
Oh, do you want to play?
Me? I can't stand the game.
Sally,
Mac, I didn't expect to see you. Why don't you change? We can play.
I have a gift for you. Granted, he might not be a tall, green-eyed Romeo, but at least he can help you with your backhand.
Oh. Bobby Riggs.
Who'd you expect? Billie Jean King?
Oh, you guys.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে, ওরে পাখি ওরে সারা
Trận sao? Thế nó vào trận luôn, thế tao vào trận luôn. Đó, cả thằng này nữa này. Thằng này cũng vào trận trước này. Hai thằng trong 1 trong 2 trận trước. Đó để ý tên đấy, mình nhớ ở đi. Gặp lại vẫy tay xin chào. Nhận phật sau thương nhau mà ngập không muốn rời. Tại sao? Ô giờ mình còn chưa ở đây Ari, nếu mà nhặt Ari vậy chú búa Ari không? Ngàn ở phía trước cho trong ai phải không? Nhưng rồi không sao qua vẫy tay xin chào. Mày đi đâu chôn à? Mình tạm ấy. Mình tạm luôn quan tiếp. Từ xong rồi ơi à. Làm thế đánh cũng bành. Sợ thế. Nếu đánh cây Sa Long Vương thì thua đấy. Được. Khổng lồ, một khổng lồ cái gì đấy. Mở ruồn. Cảnh vệ thần dương, 2 thần dương vật ở nhau, 2 khổng lồ không, cảnh vệ sư nha rồi xong. Nhà tranh bài của tớ làm ơn đấy, đâu đấy mày phải đấy nhở, cứ chơi chứ. 14 lap nhanh nhẹn bớt 4 rồi à, 1.2 à. Dương ơi, đây chuyển chuột tội, thú tượng với cả giáp máu ánh sáng thì cái nào ánh sáng ngon hơn? Đây mà. Bình gì? 200 lap đi, không tật này. À 51 này, 200 lap được đấy. Được 200 lap. À không nhả nhớ được rồi. Chạm tay à. 19. Nhớ là được 190 mà. Còn 200 lap của thầy ơi. Bớt nếu đủ 80 củ thì bớt lần nữa ăn đét vậy rồi tao bớt lần nữa ấy. Xong rồi tao mới cút bên kia bớt 5 ấy xong rồi mình cút bên kia được. Bình chia lên nhà đã chia ra bình rồi xong lên 9 nhà chia xong rồi lên 9 xong rồi lên 9 thì mình được xét và là bình full form. Rồi form này có nhắc là cái gì đâu what chứ sao không nhận được hắc ám kìa, nhận được tử thần hắc ám chỉ có June thôi. Anh sẽ bay một chỗ ác quỷ nhỉ. Mèo 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 không vậy thắng quay xóa được à đầu ấy à 53 củ thêm mấy lap nữa. New request lại 200
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়া। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Này, sao thế nhỉ? Sao thế ít ít nhỉ? Nổ boom. Chọn không mày? Chọn không? Không có rồi. Rồi, cút. Xong, cút. Mèo 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 mèo. Cái gì đấy? Lò đắc bù bù làm mau vậy anh? Chuẩn không vậy. Thầy lái nha, thầy lái tốc độ cao xem con lái không? Từ từ, mày ấy hả? Xít được. So ride a cat in high speed đấy. Chuẩn không? Hay á? Không được. Sửa tốc độ cao. Tốc độ cao đét mà. Rồi một lần, hai lần, lần thứ hai 300 lap à, 400 lap. Chuẩn không thầy? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ui ui, tốc độ cao đấy. 378 lap cho 400. Hay à, bắt đầu thua. Thua, bài khỏe đấy. 2299 à. Mày đấu sĩ á. Mình lắp vào mày méo ăn uống đầy đủ nhỉ? Thằng này được ăn uống đầy đủ. 299 là phải không? Không. Tự đọc chuyển ban đấu. Đúng đi em.
Đúng.
Ô. Phải chấm. Full rồi. Không biết. Ok thầy ơi, mày sẽ ride a cat. Lâu rồi, 15 phút. Well played bro. Mày lái luôn đấy, lái bình vua lái racing boy. Nhốt luôn, chết không? Ngồi đi. Đéo đi à? Vào nó kèm rất siêu linh, đéo có đủ mana để chết. Phải không? Cũng là khỏe rồi ra. Đánh bài gì với cả Nautilus 2? Cảnh vệ này. 3 cảnh vệ rồi. 4 cảnh vệ. Cảnh vệ 2 luôn. Còn biết. ra cái gì á? Có cảnh vệ à? Ui, bài này đánh ass cảnh vệ nhở? Hóa cung xanh à? Được phết. Ass cảnh vệ. Nó thì lướt này. Ass cảnh vệ rồi. Đánh chung bài 4 tranh. Cảnh vệ ass cảnh vệ thì sẽ là phần đâu rồi? What the hell? Catlin đâu? Đây. Đây. Thôi cái này sao mình nhớ mà. Kệ đi. Cứ cho cảnh vệ vào đã. Bùi gỡ. Điểm bùi gỡ. Rồi, vừa đủ. Vừa đẹp. Cung xanh này. Vô cực rồi. Cung xanh vô cực với cả cuồng đao à? Dấu có cuồng đao, xịt quá. Chắc là chìm quá rồi. Chắc thế. 82 máu à? Trốn nhỉ? Sẽ một chút trốn đấy. Mình sẽ lái cái này trước. Ok. Tốc độ cao đét. Ok được rồi. Cảnh vậy à? Có nhà đánh sự danh hóa này sẽ đấy át à? Chưa là ai phải có át à? Cái đánh lắc này cũng không phải thôi, không ai át thì lụ. Lụ Nissan mà có gì này? Xin ra chơi. Nắp đổ xin ra tạm đi. Sila là ra tỷ đấu sĩ này, mình mà đánh thì nhầm, trở thành đấu sĩ tiếp và ra 1 tỷ ấy. Tỷ đấu sĩ ạ, quỷ đéo chịu được. Mà anh đã stop rồi, có thể không? Anh nhầm cùi tía nó xóa, ha ha, tí thấy nhót. Thầy nhót này mà mình tính tự tin và tự tin bịch đổi bài cái đổ bùm luôn mà sự là khỏe đấy, nhưng mà thầy xây bài ấy mình chia sẻ có Saza hả? Có Rakan
দরকার পড়লে একটা রিকশাওয়ালাকে বিয়ে করবো, তারপরে তোকে বিয়ে করতে।
তুমি যদি মরো যে আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করব।
দেখো দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা না।
5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা?
5টা।
আমি জেডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন স্যার, এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
বাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে?
না না, আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না। ভাই আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না, আমি জানতাম। শুধু শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না।
ভাই আপনি তো অনন্ত দলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ। জিমি জিমি জিমি
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
আঙ্গের পো একদম বইরা দিমু। যাচ্ছে সব বাইট কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায়, সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Mày đi 40 tháng gì đây rồi, đến được cái giao dòng rồi. Có kiếm đồ tanh. Tốc độ cao vậy thôi, 130 quay thì tốc độ cao ấy. Khiếp, 3 thằng tốc độ cao đua nhau à? Anh sắp dừng rồi, anh sắp đến giới hạn.
tí đây. Bạn phải yêu nhau rồi chứ nhỉ? Sao lại mình nhầm rồi nhỉ? Đấy. 415 này. Lục mới à? 20 này. Rồi new record. Tận 430 quay. Lục mới tận 430 sử ra qua 2 vượt qua được. Có tiền à? Đây, add 2. Rồi đây. Rồi xong rồi. Một cái đồ thủ à? Thôi tượng này. Nếu có đồ. Thế rồi. Hết rồi. Xì cái xa này. Đéo dài. Là hỏi ID cút lắm ạ. Rồi, không phải thằng này. ID cầm cái cút. Một con là 2 à? Add 2 không sao. Vừa lại add 1 sợ điết. Hay à, thằng Oan gửi đồ à? Không sao, mình có hai bên 2 thú tượng mà. Ui, set nhảy được ấy nhở? Set 1 ạ. Hỏng rồi, thua thì đéo được. Set vẫn sống mà. Đéo hiểu. Rồi, mình sợ gặp thằng này cút luôn quá. Nếu mà giết được nó ạ, gặp nó chắc cút luôn. Khỏe đấy. Chịu rồi. Đánh bài 5, đánh bài xong đấu Long Vương. Sự khỏe vãi, anh đéo đánh được. Anh gặp thằng anh thua luôn. Đi lao 3 hoặc là set 2 thì còn có cơ hội. Thấy là thật. Rồi cộng 10 perfect cho tao. Thằng cầm át nhỉ? Thằng này cầm một con át. Nếu ra át 2 cười rất chịu. Nó thì lướt tờ. Anh đặt đi lao 3. Rồi gặp thằng này rồi. Gặp thằng ấy rồi. Kệ đi. Thôi anh bay tiếp, anh không quan tâm. Không quan trọng vụ nổ lớn. Đi lê kìa, sợ vãi. Ê thằng này xin xuống đây đấy. Rồi xong rồi, thua rồi. Đi à? Đi xin xuống đây rồi, đi xin đấm đầu đấy. Chết mày. Ô. Ui. Chịu. Một chết không chết. Nhưng mà con quả tí giết con chít. Quả giết con chít xong là nó chết luôn. Quả chít chảy đau đấy. Chôn tao. Bài thằng này cũng khỏe à. Mà 29 chưa chết à? Xong rồi. Gặp cái thằng mạnh nhất rồi. Xong. Đây đi. Không có gì nhất rồi. Thôi bài full rồi nhà xét cơ. Đâu có xét. Thảo xét. Tí ăn thằng này à. Kết quả thì mình sẽ xếp bài lệch sang một chút thì sẽ được. Sẽ xét lui sang góc. Rồi. Chuẩn không vậy. 700 củ anh sẽ revert phát nữa. Còn thiếu 600 củ để revert lên 660 à. Anh không có revert lên 10 ấy. 400 vòng rồi này. Ông phải qua kỷ lục 430 không? 430 lap nhỉ. 119 20, 23, 24, 25, 26 27, 28, 29, 30 kỷ lục mới. Đi record. Rồi 233 kỷ lục mới, qua kỷ lục mới tận 3 lap. Ê thua lại. Phải không? Ê không thua. Mày rồi ăn tao. Rồi có top 4 rồi. Mình sẽ không phải là cái thằng hậu cái D nữa. Mình cần cái gì rồi? Xẻng rồi cái này ra định mệnh. Được. Ây à, ổn thế nhờ. Một cái gì đây, một cái nỏ xét à, một cái nỏ xét rồi. Ai đáp đồ đơn luôn, thằng đéo cho thế. Mình đã trả thưởng 1 đô. Xét cây đăng phép à. Cái thằng này à, thằng này xếp bài lưu xuống đấy đi. Đây, xong. Bế, xua. qua thời Galileo bên kia. Xếp bài láo hả? Thì bay nhanh như ngựa ấy, nhanh như ngựa thì xếp bài láo thì nó mới phù hợp. Ok, sự là phù hợp ấy, sự là phù hợp ấy. Không được, không phù hợp rồi, không phù hợp rồi. Sắp đi rồi, sao thì đứng đây chết nhỉ? Ê thằng khỏe đấy. Đừng quăng át nữa, làm ơn. Thua rồi. Thua. Trừ mấy? Trừ 9 à? Trừ 9, binh top 3. Đây. Thằng kia bài ấy mạnh phết. Nếu gì táng thì khỏe. Không biết là khỏe. Chia anh này đi. Mai cả tờ nhà anh nữa. 134 ạ. Tôi biết lên cho nhiều phết. 135, 36, 160, 36 chuẩn. Léo ấy. Mày tích lẻ. Tao một tiếng rồi. Hàng kia khởi động à? Hàng kia khởi động một mới à? Chân lòng. Đấu trường chân ái. Nghĩa sự kiện. 100 lap à? Tôi vượt qua kỷ lục chúng ta. Sẽ cần phải qua kỷ lục ấy. 600 triệu coin thì đi vớt tiếp. Đéo bật auto thì vớt được. Đéo này cũng tiền. Bay chọn ông thầy ơi. Uống nước này. 200 lap. Chọn chưa? Ok, không nhận gì được. Thì
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Video 4 ngày mùng 6 tháng đúng không? Mùng 6 tháng 7 không chưa ghét nhiều. Anh sẽ quay một cái quả mũ đi. Từ người này, tới tôi xịn về thế kia. Sao không thế nào cái quả mũ liền mặt đấy thì nó không vào. Nên đường mua tiếp theo sẽ phải căng đấy. Đây có một quay quát tờ nhau ở tàn chí, tức là một em này thông báo lại cái gì cũng báo mở quả múa. Yes rồi cầm mình thế rồi, và về qua của thầy, qua ai về đây gặp, qua ai về qua đấy. Sau mấy thầy cô mình đi tập lại ấy. Đây là nó tập chiêu chiêu ấy, mày tập máy một tí. Tao bảo là xong mày tập máy một tí thế. Tao cho tao tập một bài phải máy kiểu phải một lấy set ấy, 3-4 set này. Tao bảo xong nó cứ tập mỗi máy một lần trong 3 phút. Tao hỏi xong mày tập máy một tí thế, nó bảo là nó mới tập lại chiêu chiêu tí. Nó chỉ muốn 2 tuần đấy. Tập máy một tí. Chết đấy, mày ấy. Dùng chính quay khi là ta là nó rồi FT chắc chắn FT. Hoàng Minh Tuấn buổi tối bận bởi vì sao? Vì đi với cả người yêu nên là không dám bảo anh ở nhà quay coi mặt chua láo thật. Đi chơi với đi date quốc date người yêu mà dám bảo anh ở nhà quay mặt chua, đúng rồi. Chua không? Đây. Anh có làm nó vô. Broccoli. Tôi chơi vậy sao? Bốc quái rồi mà lần này bốc lửa hay lần này tên là bốc lửa gì 700 tỷ, mang 700 tỷ à? Mày phát 1 chi liền không? 1 chi liền luôn mà. Vừa thằng lắp 5 lắp cho nó không dài ngã rồi. Quay đều quay. Yes. Water.牛逼 Ski toilet rồi à? Anh có vẻ thằng cháu của em có phải ski toilet rồi à? Không biết một cái gì. Đó, ý, nhưng mà nó không, mẹ nó cứ kiểu sợ nó không biết gì ấy, kiểu thế. Làm xa lắm người ở Bắc Từ Liêm, ở đoạn mà gần cái ở ấy, gần cái mà Westlake ấy, nó tên Westlake ấy, đi qua cả trường V của Hoàng Dũng, đi qua cả trường Hoàng Dũng, ở đây cơ. Thôi em bảo nó là vào mấy cái group của Lotte hoặc là gì đấy ấy, mà xem bọn nó khắc đăng bài tuyển mà, xong rồi xem mày ở đâu người ta khắc sắp xếp cho qua vị trí chỗ làm mà cái kiểu này. Lotte tao không biết, Lotte hình như là phải làm một thằng Cương xin luôn ở cái chỗ đấy thôi. Ở đâu cái quả sập của cây là Vinmart này nó sắp xếp theo kiểu chỗ. Yes. Tao xem vị trí ở đó. Nó ở đâu? Nhưng mà thằng cháu mày học trường ý là định học công nghiệp á? Công nghiệp thì chuồn tảo năm 2 rồi chuồn tảo. Sao đéo? Đâu? Mày có cái gì? Mày có cái gì? 14,2 tuổi, kinh vậy. Kinh vậy. Ghê vậy chồng. Ghê vậy. Ê, tao hiểu coi như skeleton. Dấu dỗ. Tao tập đó, tao chỉ đó tập với cái mà tay nó như skeleton luôn. Tại tay nó dài xong rồi lại còn gầy ấy. Nó 58 cân. Vừa bọn tao về bọn tao cân 58 cân em. Em quay ở trong cái quả sự kiện đúng không? Con này em quay trong sự kiện đúng không? Sự kiện mũ em, quả trứng mũ này. Yes, hình như mà. Ý nhá. Chúng ta. Nga. Rồi này. Sao tôi tưởng vừa là chị? Yeah, thua. Có cho không? Có cho không? Có cho không? Tết. Cái thằng yêu khôi, cái thằng yêu khôi. Cái thằng yêu khôi. Lấy thằng năm bé để độ cao. Gì em quay là con mi thích trong mày chưa vào sự ảo ấy của em ơi. Sự kinh khủng ấy, sự kinh khủng ấy. Còn đấy là nó khôi. Tao bảo là nó mới đi tập lâu rồi, nó không tập đây, tập lại nó tập chill. Cái máy tập một tí mà đâu chôn ngủ à. Tao đang tập máy này xong nó cứ bảo ê ra kia đi, what the hell, chôn tao. Đang đợi ra để đi check xem nó ra giảm giá hè chứ. Tháng này hè. Mình thấy nhau. 6 thông báo mới. Tao đăng bài. Đâu? Admin có lên lập. Nó đăng bài là admin có lên lập quản lý một group các member tập tại ở Nguyễn Lương Bằng để anh chị em giao lưu học hỏi xe duyên với nhau không nhỉ? Kinh ấy. Gì vậy? Gì ấy nhỉ? Nó đăng rồi này, từ từ ta xem. Học ngồi Bún ơi. Nó đang đăng bài sale gì đây? Đăng từ ngày bao nhiêu đây? Đăng từ 3 ngày trước. Nó đang sale hè. Thằng nào nhưng mà mày cũng có kích hoạt tháng xong. Nếu mày có đi tập, mày có đi tập luôn không nếu. Mày ăn nhậu à? Đâu thế? Gì đấy, cứ đã chết nhỉ, đấm cho mày là. Tiếp thằng này xịn đấy. Xịn này ngủ rồi đấy, ngoan. Chia. Hai con bạch tuộc ở đâu ấy? Chúng nào. Bọn thấy lúc nào trả tiền. Bọn đấy quỷ tiền. Bọn đấy lúc nào trả tiền. Nhưng mà đấy lúc nào trả tiền ngay em. Không mà thiếu đâu. Đấy, lại nó đổi nhân viên liên tục. Đưa cơm với đồ ăn sẽ là lâu dài đấy. Đưa cơm với biết đồ ăn mà nên họ học nghề phết. Quá tời nó, nhưng mà sao nó không nói lại. Anh bảo sao thằng này nó không tự đi năm 2 mà anh tưởng là cái thằng mới đi xong cơ. Anh tưởng thế. Anh tưởng là cái thằng mới đi xong luôn này. Thằng ấy chắc là đang chơi rồi, đang chơi foil rồi, đang chơi falling rồi. Còn đang chơi mày ngoại nó quá. của tao à, tao phiền không? Mày làm phiền thằng Vương của tao à? À, không biết mày đóng cửa ấy, ca tối mà 10 rưỡi tầm đấy. Để đi có thể đấy, em lên cô mới rồi đúng không? À ừ đúng rồi, mất lần 3 lần reward mà. Lần thứ nhất 2,5 tỷ. Hả? Là lạ nhỉ? Thấy thằng cháu cũng là lạ nhỉ? Không phải.